All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap? Crap.
People come to us because we don't sell them on anything.
They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute.
And I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Happy Tuesday morning to you, 11/11. It is Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans out there who may be listening. We do appreciate you. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, and Bad News Bubba. Another chilly morning in our fair city, as Cody says. What's up, Cody? What's up, man?
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning. It's a cold
on.
day.
Your cough button's on.
Oh, good morning. Hello.
What's up?
It's a cold day here in our fair city. It's weird that I started talking because I just turned it on. I just pushed the cough button, so I knew it was pushed, and then I had to try to talk anyway. Still couldn't figure it out. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be anywhere. Hello. Shout out to the freaks. Good morning. Hope you're all well. I'm feeling freaky myself, so here we go. Beautiful Tuesday. 11/11.
You get to make a wish all day. And hopefully your wish is to
just made it.
Salute.
And there she is.
The veterans.
Yeah. Today's my friend's birthday. I always think about him on this day because, I know you should think of the veterans because of the sacrifices they made and shout out to them, of course. But I also think about my friend because his birthday is 11/11 every year.
Same one every year?
Yeah, it's the same one. And I got a funny video to send him. And it's funny because I've been thinking about it for months because one of my other friends sent me this video on my birthday. And I said, oh, this will be funny when it's so-and-so's birthday. He'll really enjoy this. And now it's finally the day where I get to send him this video. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Whose birthday is it? Unless
it's my buddy Wilson back home.
Shout out to Wilson. Does he listen to the show?
No. Oh. No, definitely not.
Not that much of a buddy, I guess.
He's my oldest friend. He's a lifelong buddy. But he's not the type to listen to the radio. We
got podcasts too.
Well, he doesn't want to do that either.
Or on YouTube as well. Shout out to the freaks. He can watch us.
He has no interest in my radio career.
Does he not like me and Bubba?
He doesn't have an opinion on you guys at all because I don't know that he's ever listened.
Does he know that you're on the radio?
Yeah, he knows I am. But
you get mad that he doesn't listen?
No, I kind of appreciate it, actually.
My friends that don't listen, I don't view them as good of friends as my other friends that do listen.
I don't know if that's fair. I mean, if some people they got jobs that I don't know. Well, he's got a pretty loose job. I mean, he could listen, but
I'm not saying they got to do all 15 hours for the week.
Yeah,
at least check in, make sure we're alive.
I don't know. I got people in my life who listen. I got people in my life who don't. I don't know that I view them any differently. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you, buddy?
Top of the morning, doing solid, getting through the weather. Made some soup last night. Some good white chicken chili with the weather. That was fantastic. Sat there on the couch, eating my soup, watching football, taking my slop like a good piggy.
Just have you a ladle?
Multiple.
Just eat it right off the ladle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe the process of making white chicken chili soup?
You want the entire process?
Yeah.
Okay. Bought a rotisserie chicken, shredded all that chicken up, put it into a bowl.
I did that last night too.
Nice.
Not for white
You
chicken
ate a
chili.
whole chicken?
No, we made like chicken noodle casserole. I'd never really heard of it. It was pretty good though. It slapped. But we got the rotisserie chicken. I was in charge of cutting it up too, which is really just me eating half of it.
Yeah, that's the best part. You're just like, you take one little piece and it's like, all right, that goes in the bowl. This is going to go straight into my mouth right here.
That's Frank's dream. Just me sitting there doing that because I dropped some of it, then he gets some, then I throw him a couple, and for the next hour after that, he just kept running around.
The chicken man.
He just kept running around the floor though and sniffing. Then I went back to the couch. It was over, and he's still up there sniffing. I'm like, I ain't got no more chicken, bro. But go ahead, proceed.
Pulled my rotisserie chicken, then
he jerked his rotisserie chicken. What a weirdo.
Cut an onion, cut up some garlic, cut up a jalapeno. You cook all that together
with the chicken.
No. Chicken's out.
Chicken's
out. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
already
cooked.
I
fry that up in a pan.
Yeah, I just pre-shredded the chicken and then did that. You add some spices. You add your chicken stock in. You go and add your chicken back in, like some green chilies, some beans, some corn. And then you throw your chicken all the way in there, and then you throw a little bit of cream cheese in and mix that in, and then you just let it sit for a while.
Oh, cream cheese.
You just serve it with some like tortilla chips or something.
Yeah.
And you have a good night.
That sounds good.
And now I brought my leftovers.
That does sound good. Is it white beans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you could do any kind of beans if you wanted to.
Any beans you want to.
White beans make sense, though.
Just for the aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like all beans taste the same.
They seem to. Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
I don't know enough about beans to really argue that point.
You know what's really good is ham with beans. You ever have a pot of beans that's, like if you're making something like that, or if you're making a regular chili or whatever, you would just use beans out of a can. That's what you do. But like have you ever had beans that like your grandmother cooked that have just been on all day? They're just like they started as dry beans, and then there's a ham hock in there.
Yeah.
And like some, those are the kind of beans I miss because I've never made those kind of beans where I actually cook the beans myself, but they just taste better. They're just better, You have some cornbread. And, oh, boy.
He's getting hungry.
Thanksgiving's coming.
It is. Bubba, how are you this morning, my friend?
I'm alive.
It'd be really weird if you were sitting over there and you said, I'm dead.
I could say I'm dead inside, John.
You'd still be alive on the outside, though, my friends.
That's true.
Be weird if you were sitting there dead.
It would be.
It'd be kind of you'd just be like a knot on a log.
Anything cool happen for you?
I took a nap and I woke up and it was 6:51.
Nice.
In the afternoon.
Oh. Still dark and nice, though. Did you stay awake?
It was such a strong nap and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I had a crazy dream too where I was choking out the devil.
Nice. That's good.
I put him in the old STF. John Cena's specialty.
Okay. That's cool. I'm glad you're beating the devil up, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
What time did you take your nap?
When I got home, so around like 3 something.
Bubba, I did the same thing. I also took a nap.
Did you also choke out the devil with an STF?
No, but I did have some kind of horrific nightmare, I think. But I always do that. If I take a nap, I have terrible nap dreams. I don't really. It's probably why I shouldn't take a nap.
Is your napping situation different than your sleeping situation?
Yeah.
What do you mean by situation? Just where
Like where you sleep
where
and
he
how,
does it, or
how you
yeah?
sleep as well? Like how many blankets,
no,
pillows?
No, I just lay down on the bed if I'm going to take a nap. But it's
Is it anxiety? You think?
Probably.
Because you're like, I don't need to be napping, but I want to.
It probably is. But I tell you, I woke up like I don't know if you felt this way, Bubba. But when I wake up and from a nap, if I take a nap and it's dark, I hate that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like I like to get all the sun I can. Like this time of the year, like you want to get.
Well, not really for that reason. I just feel like if I'm asleep and it's dark, I need to stay asleep more so than waking up. I hate waking up.
Well, that too.
With it dark outside.
That too, but yeah, I mean, when it's dark, but it's just like that time of the year. I mean, it's
they could break a man if you're not careful.
Yeah, I don't think there was probably too much going on yesterday for a lot of people though, with the cold and the.
Although I saw one of those health freaks put out, like everyone talks about seasonal depression. He's like, but also around the holidays we overeat and like just do a bunch of junk food and nasty stuff. He's like, so are we actually depressed because of the sun? Or is it because of our diet so bad?
Well, I do that all year.
Yeah, so. And I at least thought about it for a little bit. And I was like, nah, it's still probably the lack of sun, but at least was an interesting idea. Because like everyone gets really stressed about the holidays and having to buy people stuff, and they eat a bunch of nasty junk food starting at Halloween. So maybe it's not necessarily seasonal depression as much as it is just like you don't take care of yourself the same way. Everyone kind of punts. Once we get to November, we kind of punt on health until like January.
To me, I feel like seasonal depression starts after the holidays.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Like I feel like I can have a good time in winter for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but then once you hit just the gray, dreary days of January and February.
Yeah, that's what Cody said yesterday. 100%. It was like his hits him in January and February. I feel like it happens earlier for other people, just like when this time changes and the lack of sun happens. And then I do think a lot of people get sad around the holidays, but I think that's more of like maybe you don't have a family or you miss a lover or something like that.
Lost loved ones and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that hits a lot of people there. Now, maybe you're still young and haven't really went through that, but I think it hits a lot of people. At least it does me, like in November, late November, December.
Yeah,
I start missing my pa, and I get kind of sad. But could be the diets too, or it could be lack of sun, or all the above. I don't know.
I think probably a combination of things. It's a lot of factors there.
Okay.
But yeah, yesterday was one of those days where I didn't feel like too much of a loser for taking a nap at the same time. Cause I was like, it's one of those days, like it's snowing, it's cold, it's getting dark early. I feel like a lot of people are not really getting a lot out of today.
Veterans Day is tomorrow. So it's kind of a holiday. Yeah, we'll take it off. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. But so I did accomplish a documentary, though, after the nap. I watched 6 episodes of Hitler's Germany.
How many more documentaries do they need about this guy?
There are a lot. What
are we still learning about him?
Is it all new information?
Well, in this one,
I don't think any of it's new information.
In this one, I learned that he kills his dog. I didn't know that before. Like toward the end, he poisons his dog to see how the cyanide's going to work. And you really see, this guy is.
Wait, did he take cyanide? I thought they said he shot himself.
There's some debate on whether he did both. He definitely shot himself.
Okay.
But Eva Braun took the cyanide, and then he also had cyanide pills. But a lot of those Nazi generals all took cyanide. A lot of them took the easy way out because they knew what was coming. But that's kind of what this whole thing was about. It's a 6-part documentary on Netflix, and it talks about the Nuremberg trials.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot.
Okay.
Or at least things that I'd forgotten I knew.
Yeah.
Because like my whole World War II experience was just like social studies class in school.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I remember learning about it, of course, but then you kind of forget it, or at least I did. And like World War II wasn't really a part of my life for several years. So it's nice to go back and kind of, get a nice reminder of things. Oh yeah, the Battle of the Bulge. Yeah, classic.
Did it change your perspective on anything?
Yeah. Did you change your mind on how you feel about the big guy?
I maintain that he was a pretty bad guy.
Okay.
They, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but once he killed his dog, I thought that was kind of that put it over the edge for me. But, it's
nothing before that.
Well, he did some bad stuff before that too, but I don't know if people realize like the extent of, well, I think people definitely do realize, but like just how kind of ruthless he was, that's,
I think people got a pretty good idea.
Well, that's the part that, because he wasn't crazed necessarily in the early moves. Like he kind of had a plan laid out the whole time of what he wanted to do.
Did they talk about the meth?
No, they didn't.
A lot of people say he was on meth.
No, but one of his major generals, he was a drug addict. He got addicted to morphine. What was that guy's name? Herman Gorin or something like that. And then you had Himmler. You ever hear of Himmler?
No, I don't think I've heard of Himmler.
Himmler was like Hitler's number 2 guy.
They just called him Himmler?
Well, that was his name.
Okay.
They just
I don't
happened
know
to
if I
have
believe that.
similar names. And then you had Goebbels. He was a propaganda minister, and he was really good at his job. Tell you what's crazy about Goebbels, this guy went down with the ship and took his whole family with the ship, all 6 children. They all ate the cyanide in the bunker at the end. Him and the wife and all 6 of the children.
Well, how about that?
They all got the cyanide.
I'm glad you had a good, eventful evening last night.
Yeah, he didn't want the children to live in a world without Hitler.
I stumbled into a kind of a rom-com where Dakota Johnson, who does do it for me, was exploring her sexuality and was into women. So I was like, okay,
nice.
I can work with this.
That sounds less heavy.
Yeah.
What's the title of this movie?
I don't remember. I'll get to it. I'll find it for you, Bubba.
Put the Kleenex box away.
It was on HBO, but I don't know what it was called. And then I watched the newest episode of The Chair Company, that Tim Robinson HBO show.
The Chair Company?
Yeah, I don't know if it's any good or not. But there's parts of it that makes me laugh. And then the very ending of it was startling. Just a huge hog at the end of the episode that I was not
spoiler.
I was not expecting. Yeah, I want everybody else to be aware of what's coming for them. Don't keep your guard up.
Was it Tim Robbins? You
said
Tim Robbins?
No.
Wasn't his hog?
No.
He died, I think.
Yeah. Is he?
I thought Tim Robbins died.
Well, yeah, I said Robin's son.
Tim Robinson?
Yeah, but Robbins is still alive, according to the internet.
Oh, sorry to him.
We'll talk some NFL football, I guess. That was a game last night. That was a 60-minute football game. We'll talk about it. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans. with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
We had some pretty good sports last night, at least a close NFL game. And then I thought we had some, I don't know if you guys care at all or if the audience cares at all, but we did have some pretty crazy NBA games last night. I guess when I put it that way, it wasn't that good of a night of sports. You guys, your eyes didn't light up when I said that.
Yeah.
You're probably more so thinking about how bad the NFL game was last night.
I saw Wemby's shot.
Wemby's shot was cool. Did you not see what happened at the end of the Miami game?
No.
You need to check the ending of the Miami game. The ending of the Miami-Cleveland game was, again, it's November 10th, so, it can only be so good. But it went to overtime, and Donovan Mitchell hits a crazy falling out of bounds three-pointer to tie it with 0.4 seconds left, Sam. And then Miami calls timeout, and they run an out-of-bounds alley-oop play, and it works to perfection. And Andrew Wiggins catches an alley-oop and jams it right as time expires. Pretty cool. Pretty cool ending. That one was electric. And you had Desmond Bane hit a buzzer beater for the Magic. Off balance, fading to the right, hit a three. And then, Wemby. I don't know if that's his first game winner, but, clock winding down. He's up at the top. ISO, boom, hits a three. Cooper Flag and Giannis going head-to-head as the Mavericks fans chant about firing Nico again. Hawks won a close one. But, like I said, it's November 10th. I know most people aren't paying attention to that. Cody, did you take in the NFL game at all?
Yeah, a little bit of it. The only thing that could have made that Miami ending more interesting would be if a bunch of Cuban people stormed the court. That would have made it exciting.
A fall-away buzzer beater or fall-away game-tying shot into the crowd followed by a game-winning alley-oop was pretty good, though.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty good. I watched some of the Packers and Eagles. I didn't turn it on until the second half, and I thought about it because that's a good game on paper. And I thought
great game on paper, an NFC Championship type of game on paper.
Right. So I thought about turning it on before halftime, but I just happened to notice when I was watching the World War II documentary, I wasn't getting any notifications about my players being in the red zone or anything like that. And I said, well, there must not be a lot going on in this game. And I thought, well, if I get the fantasy notification that Saquon or A.J. Brown are in the red zone, I'll turn it on. Nothing ever happened. As almost an hour and a half goes by. And so I look at the ESPN app and I see it's 0-0 at the half.
That's funny because as the game was as we were watching a movie, Rachel goes, "Oh, I forgot about AJ Brown," and I was like, it's like late in the third.
So
quarter.
Did the Eagles.
Yeah, I was like, you don't want to check. She's like, well, I need 25 points from him. I was like,
good luck.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he is going to get those points. I was like, it's 0-0.
He might have 25 on the season. Yeah,
I thought Saquon was going to take a step back for you. When you were drafting, I was like, I don't really want any parts of Saquon. He had too many touches. Mm-hmm. You going Saquon, AJ back to back is how you end up in last place in the fantasy league.
Terrible.
That Eagles offense. I don't know if you saw they have a worse 3-and-out percentage this year than the Titans do. They are the worst in the league at going 3-and-out on their drives. The Titans are the second worst. It's like the Eagles offense has just been abysmal all year.
It's terrible. The Packers didn't do much better. They didn't do any better, actually.
No, and that fourth quarter was just they were taking turns, Sirianni and LaFleur, of who's the biggest doofus. Bad look for LaFleur, though, on maybe the most important play of the game. It's 4th and 1 near midfield. The Packers are down 3. They're trying to hurry up, and I don't know if you saw this video, but as they're lining up to go fast and try to run the ball for the first down, you have the Eagles defensive line screaming out, "Inside zone this way, inside zone this way." And then boom, handoff. And it was an inside zone that way. And I believe it was Jalen Carter had completely blown it up. Josh Jacobs had to try to go to the right instead after the offensive lineman had been pushed 3 yards back into the backfield. And of course, Josh Jacobs couldn't overcome that, and he gets tackled. And it's a turnover on downs.
It was an ugly affair.
Inside zone this way. I feel like at that point you got to stop and not run the inside zone that way. I feel like if they're starting to scream it out hey, this is what's coming, it's okay to stop and say, you know what, let's not run the inside zone this way. We still have time. We have a timeout. Let's slow down. Let's not run the inside zone that they're screaming for.
I wonder what their tells were, their tendencies. Was it the offensive lineman?
Do you know if your high school football coach helps out the Green Bay Packers at all?
Yeah, it wouldn't be my coach. It would be the coach that was coaching against me.
Fair enough. Well, he could be coaching the Eagles. Yours would be coaching the Packers in this scenario.
I see, because he was the one that was giving away the –
that
makes sense. He could be. I don't know what he's up to these days. At 10-0, I turned it over there, and that's when I finally put it on. The Eagles were up 10-0, and the Packers immediately scored, which I needed that Josh Jacobs touchdown, so I was excited by that. And then I thought, well, if they can at least, get the ball back and tie it at 10, maybe take this thing to overtime, this game could end up being a little more exciting. But it didn't happen. They, like you said, they just traded blows of who could be worse. Sirianni throwing on that.
Throwing with 40 seconds left. I get you're at your 35, but at that point, I like to be as aggressive as anybody, but at that point, man, that's stupid. You take the delay of game, you punt it inside the 10-yard line. The Packers have no timeouts. That's what you do.
Well, even Joe Buck was like, Sirianni's going to probably have to answer some questions about that one. He's like, they got out of here with the win, so good for them. But Sirianni probably going to have to field a few questions on that call.
Yeah, which is funny because, they won. If I'm him, I'm like, it's fine. I don't have to answer anything. We won. We are, because that's what the Eagles keep doing. They just keep winning. I don't think they're any good, but it doesn't matter because they just keep winning. They're at the top of the NFC, despite, again, me not thinking they're any good at all. But I feel like that's kind of what happened at parts of last year. No. Last year wouldn't have been the year. They were pretty good last year. I feel like everyone kind of knew they were good last year. I thought the Lions were better, but the Eagles just unimpressively, just keep winning.
They do feel not that good this year. I thought they were good last year.
But I do think they kind of deserve the benefit of the doubt the same way we talk about the Chiefs and the same way we talked about Tom Brady. The Eagles have found their way to 2 Super Bowls under Sirianni. It's if they get into the tournament, especially if they have home field advantage, it's going to be tough to go in there and beat them.
Yeah, if I'm Sirianni, I just show them the ring. Hey, look at this. You criticize me.
But when you look at the other, there's 4 other teams I feel near them in the top of the NFC. The Seahawks have been a juggernaut. Now they've been, like I said, I called them yesterday the NFC's version of the Colts, is because they just overwhelm bad teams and they keep winning. And they've both got kind of cast off quarterbacks. Now Darnold had proven more last year than Daniel Jones had at this point, but they're both, both winners. The Colts are 8-2 at the top, and the Seahawks are 7-2, and tied for first in the NFC. Their point differential in the year, 103. My Detroit Lions, who are 6-3, their point differential, 83. The Rams, who I think a lot of people want to call the best team in the NFC because we trust Stafford maybe the most, and Puka and Devontae Adams. I think they got a really good duo of wide receivers. Their point differential, 98. The first place Philadelphia Eagles at 7-2.
This one's going to be way lower.
What do you think it's going to be? At 7-2.
44.
I'm pretty sure it's negative, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not negative. It's not that bad.
That'd be crazy.
Again, the Seahawks are 103. The Rams are 98. The Lions are 83. That's where you're supposed to be as an elite team. The Eagles are currently at 26.
Saquon's number.
That is Saquon's
I was looking at this a few weeks ago, and it was hovering right around even.
Well, it was, Sam. They beat the Vikings 20, or they beat the Giants, 38-20.
Okay, yeah.
So there's 18 points there. So if you remove that, then yeah, like that would be pretty much, only at 8 at that point. So they could thank the Giants for that.
So they're winning close games, which is more like what the Eagles did 2 years ago before they fell apart. Remember that?
Yep.
They were winning.
That was the year I was like, they're not good. They're not good. And then they kept winning. And then eventually it did catch up to them.
Yeah, and it's kind of what the Chiefs did last year, but the Chiefs made it all the way to the Super Bowl last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think the Eagles get to the Super Bowl again. When I look at those teams in the NFC West, I think somebody's coming out of the NFC West is what I think. Either Seattle or the Rams. And I'll be pulling for the Rams because I'd like to see Stafford get another one. I like Stafford.
In the NFC, I would have no problem if we did our exercise from yesterday in college football. I'd be fine, honestly, with the Seahawks, Lions, Bucks, or Rams. Like, I'd be fine with any of those teams, which means it probably will be the Eagles again.
The Lions could be a possibility. It'd be nice to see them break through. But, 2 years in a row, they've kind of choked, right? So
I don't think they choked 2 years ago. 2 years ago, that's when they lost to the 49ers, right? They did kind of choke in the sense they blew a big lead, but like they were on the road at the 49ers. Like they weren't supposed to necessarily win that game. But yeah, if you talked about just the way the game flowed, then maybe they did kind of gag it away. But like I said, Seahawks, Lions, Bucks, Rams, I think the Bucks have come back down to earth. They don't. I don't know if they're just not healthy enough, or Baker's kind of, I don't want to say the clock struck midnight on him, but he had the ball against the Patriots down 5, and you're like, okay, let's go, Baker. What you going to do? Here's his moment. Early in the season, he would have brought them down for a touchdown and won the game. Instead, it was, nope, here's a turnover. He had 2 chances to do it and went 0 for 2 in doing it.
Well, you can't win them all. I still believe in Baker and the Bucks. I don't think they're gonna. I don't really think that's a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think the Eagles, Seahawks, Lions, and Rams can all go to the Super Bowl. I don't think the Bucks can.
Yeah, I'm with you. Although I do like Baker a lot, and if they get fully healthy, because he's been dealing with a new set of skill players almost every week.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, he said, but that's just something you got to overcome in the NFL. That's just part of the game.
On the other side, the Packers, they went from looking like a juggernaut early in the season, and everyone kind of saying, "Oh boy, this team's it. This team's going to win it all." So, now you look around. They lost to the Browns. They tied the Cowboys. They lost to the Panthers at home. They scored 7 points against the Eagles. Like, I don't feel like they have it. I don't feel like they're a contender at all. I feel like they're more likely to miss the playoffs than to make a deep run.
Yeah, they're not good enough offensively.
Averaging 10 points the last 2 weeks at home. The Panthers, Eagles, good defenses, but still 10 points at home.
I like the Packers defense, but yeah, they don't have enough firepower, I don't think.
Which is weird.
Not enough of an artillery.
Because Josh Jacobs has been a really good running back, and they have a plethora of wide receivers. Like they should have.
They have a plethora of wide receivers, but are any of those wide receivers top-level receivers?
Yeah, I feel like they have 4 wide receiver 2s.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. They don't have a wide receiver 1. That's 100% fair. But I do think if you have a plethora of wide receiver 2s, you should be able to score more than 10 points a game. Like, even up against that terrible Bengals defense, they only scored 27, which feels low. Everyone else is in the 30s or 40s against them. I don't know. Losing Tucker Kraft, I think, was important too, because I think he was Jordan Love's kind of safety net. A good tight end is important for good offenses, typically.
He's their best target, I feel like.
Yeah, now he's gone. So we'll see if they're able to get it together, but the Jordan Love MVP train has derailed. It is cooked.
I didn't know it was ever on the tracks.
First 2 weeks it was. First 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah, he's no MVP.
And then it's derailed.
I think
now to the point where I don't even know if he's good.
Yeah, he's just sitting in that middle ground of 15, 16, wherever.
He's a franchise quarterback, which maybe we use that incorrectly sometimes, because I think when you hear franchise quarterback, you think of elite guy. But he's a franchise quarterback in the sense of he's going to lead the franchise. They're not gonna get rid of him. But he's not going to necessarily elevate them to where they need to go. But hey, he's a starting quarterback. We'll keep him around. He's the quarterback of the franchise. He is our franchise quarterback.
Well, the Packers have the whole thing about just, they don't want to – you don't see them making moves on quarterbacks ever.
No, they've basically had three
over the last 30, whatever years.
Deshaun Kaiser had a little moment when I guess there was injuries. But it's pretty much been the same three guys my entire life.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get rid of Jordan Love. I just don't. I feel like they try to say he's on par with the Rodgers and Favre, and that to me is just not the case. He's a starting quarterback. They'll keep him around, but I don't watch them and feel like, wow, him and LaFleur, they are just in lockstep.
No, there's something missing there offensively.
Maybe to the point where LaFleur's seat starts warming up. Not in season at all, but I feel like if this season goes off the rails after they go and make the big Michael Parsons trade, and if the offense is the reason, he is now on alert. Sam, you're making that face. Was that about bringing him back to the Titans?
Yes, sir.
Him and Arthur Smith. Let's just get the band back together. We'll take our two offensive coordinators and morph them into one. Let's do it. Anything interesting on the Eagles side? Like we said, they're gross.
They are not interesting, no. But I do think they're, they'll be there in the playoffs at the end of the day, and I don't think they'll get back this year. But they're always going to be in those slogs of a game, whether it's against the Rams or whoever. Do they play the Seahawks? I'd like to see them against Seattle.
They do not play the Seahawks this year. Now, we will get to, next week, Sunday Night Football, so a short week for the Eagles, which kind of stinks for them. They host the Detroit Lions, so you do get at least a huge NFC game at the top of the standings. It'll be big for tiebreaker purposes if the Lions are trying to get this 1 seed. They play on Sunday Night Football next week, like I said, in Detroit.
I think the Super Bowl.
But after that, the schedule, at Cowboys, Bears, at Chargers, Raiders, at Commanders, at Bills, Commanders. So, I mean, it's not the toughest schedule. They should still get to 10-7 at the very, very least, 11-6 probably, and then be dangerous in the playoffs.
I believe the NFC representative will come out of the West. That's what I'm looking at this year.
So Rams or Seahawks, I guess you could throw the 49ers in there too as they're still alive, but really you mean Rams and Seahawks.
Yeah, really I mean Rams and Seahawks, but yeah, I mean San Francisco if they happen to be healthy, which they won't be. I bet they're regretting that Brock Purdy contract, aren't they?
I would say they are. And I say it all the time, but I wish there was one organization, one coach that was brave enough to not do it, to not give the huge contract to a quarterback that is not necessarily elite. Now, Brock Purdy's had numbers, and there are some things you look at and say, this guy does throw the ball down the field. Oh, look at his EPA, yada, yada, yada. There's been a lot of stuff where they try to paint Brock Purdy as an elite quarterback. I think in our heart we know he's not elite. He could be good, but you're getting similar type of production from Mac Jones at a fraction of the price.
What's the EPA?
Expected points added. So basically it judges a 5. So the easiest way to describe it is it judges like a 5-yard play differently, depending on what down it is. A 5-yard play on 3rd and 15, that's a negative play, right? That's no good. But if it's a 5-yard play on 3rd and 3, that's a successful play. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah. So you're saying it's not the agency that protects the environment?
No, it is not. It is not the agency that protects the environment. No, it tries to judge successful plays in the NFL with different standards. Again, like getting 6 yards on 1st and 10, that's successful.
They're protecting the football environment.
Trying to.
It's a good way to remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll help you. They're protecting the football environment.
That's like when we had to, when I was in geography class back in the day, we had to name the countries on the map. We just had a blank map, and you had to write in the name of the country. And if you notice, the country Jordan kind of looks like an air horn, and that's how I remembered it. I said Jordan looks like an air horn, and you think basketball and Michael Jordan. It's a good way to remember that. There's little tricks for remembering some of those countries like that.
It does look like an air horn.
Yeah. Now you'll know if you see it on a map.
I will. I actually will remember that.
Yep.
That is good.
So, yeah. We had a great geography teacher. Her name was Miss George.
You can even say like, oh, I'm serious. Jordan does look like an air horn. Then boom, Syria's right on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. She had all kinds of little tricks like that.
Yeah.
That I guess she just came up with them. Or
Saudi Arabia wants to spend a lot of money. Jordan has a lot of money from his shoes, so Saudi Arabia is under Jordan.
I know what they look like because they're just like a big chunk. And then you got Oman and Yemen down at the bottom. It's like those are like the shoes of Saudi Arabia. By the way, did you see where you said this yesterday that the Saudis were going to try to buy Warner Brothers?
That was the report out there that they were ready to offer $70 billion cash for Warner Brothers as I was doing movie research, which Sam just laughs. I mean, it is kind of ridiculous.
How do you turn that down?
I don't know.
You don't, I feel like. That's a lot of cash.
That is a lot of cash. That is a lot of cash.
Imagine having just $70 billion in cash.
Life would be pretty boring.
What kind of room does that fill up?
Gold. Room filled with gold.
Like how much space would $70 billion in cash take up?
I don't even know if you can put that in a room.
I've got no idea.
You think this whole office and the warehouse out back could hold $70 billion cash?
I was just going to say the lobby outside. The lobby outside could handle it.
I don't know.
I think you'd be surprised, like once you got to like $1 million, how like little space it takes up. For all hundreds.
But we got $70 billion.
No, I know. I understand how that works, Sam. I understand
$1 billion is what $1 million, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of space, actually. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're right that the million wouldn't take up as much as you think, because like you've seen a briefcase before with like you can put like $500,000 in a briefcase, right?
Right.
But to have to stack 1 million of those just to get $1 billion. You think AI knows the answer?
That's a pretty big lobby, though.
You're talking about just out front by the door? I don't think you get $70 billion out there.
I wish we could test it and then keep the money.
Yeah, we'll never even sniff that kind of money.
No.
We'll never even be around anyone who knows where to see that kind of money.
70 billion? No, we won't. No, not unless we go to Saudi Arabia. Or run into Elon Musk, which is possible. We could see Elon one day.
It's got to be a weird feeling to have so many dollars that you can't even like have them.
Yeah,
like he has so much money,
he can't even put them in his room, his house.
Right, like he can't even like what does he do? What does Elon Musk do, like bank account wise?
I don't know, man. It's depressing me to talk about.
Yeah,
let's get Cody's MySpace top 8. We'll do our NFL power rankings and put a bow onto Week 10 after the break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate 865-384-2012 and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, no, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Rankings. Go, go, power. Rankings. Go, go, power. Rankings. I need more power. Rankings.
All right, Cody, what is your MySpace top 8 looking like after 10 weeks of NFL action?
Number 8, we're going to go with the Denver Broncos.
Number 8, the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos are sitting there at 8-2, and I really don't know how good they are. But I kind of feel that way about the entire AFC.
Okay.
I don't like the way that they're winning games. I mean, barely beating the Texans, barely beating the damn Raiders. Like, I don't like the way they're playing, but I'm giving them a little benefit of the doubt with the record. 8-2 is 8-2. Number 7, I'll go with the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think that the Bucks are good. We talked about them in the last segment. I think they're good. I don't think they're great. But I think the NFC is just so much better than the AFC right now at the top that I'm willing to put the Bucks there. Number 6, the New England Patriots. Same story with them. I'm kind of waiting on them to fall off, but old Vrabel's done a good job up there. They have officially overtaken Buffalo as the leader in the clubhouse there in the AFC East. So
I think this win against the Bucks was only the second win I found to be impressive that they've had, though.
Right. Yeah, they hadn't really beaten anybody all year. But I'll give them credit where it's due. Number 5, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. We just talked about their point differential. It's not that impressive, but they are the defending Super Bowl champions, and they do win. And if they're in a close game, you kind of trust them to win that game. Not the most impressive, but they're still a top 5 team in my book. Number 4, the lone AFC team here in the top 5. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts, and I've at least seen enough on the Colts this year to believe that they are pretty good. Like some of their results, they've beaten down some teams, and they've looked like a better team should look against a worse team. Whereas, Denver's sitting there with the same record, but Denver's just kind of just going through the mud. Denver's just been they have dragged themselves through the mud to an 8-2 record. Indianapolis has actually shown some real firepower. So I'm going to put them at number 4 for now. Number 3, the Detroit Lions. We'll see what they do in the postseason. I mean, that's where I'm at with the Lions. You trust them to win those big home games, 42-18 or whatever, just beating up on other teams, and then we'll see when we get in the playoffs. Can Jared Goff do it? And then, like I told you last segment, my 2 favorite teams right now in the NFC West. I'm going number 2, Rams. I'm going number 1, Seattle Seahawks.
So no Buffalo Bills, huh?
No Bills. No Bills. I don't like the Bills right now. They are out of my top 8. No Chiefs either. Now, if you were to ask me in the playoffs, do I believe that the Indianapolis Colts or the New England Patriots or the Denver Broncos going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Probably not.
Right now, it does feel likely that the Bills and Chiefs will both be going on the road in the playoffs. It does look like both of those are going to be wild card teams if they make the playoffs. Like the Chiefs right now sit in 8th place. That tiebreaker they lost to Jacksonville kind of hurting them right now in the standings. But I imagine that water finds its level and the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to be able to make up 3 games against the Broncos.
No, I mean, they're 5-4. And like at a certain point, you are your record. And they've had some real ugly games this year. Now, they've had some other moments where you kind of see the flashes of, oh, yeah, that's championship football. That's what Kansas City's supposed to look like that game against the Lions, for example. But you know what all those games have in common is they're all played in Arrowhead Stadium. And so, like you said, Kansas City having to go on the road. Now, they've done it before. Patrick Mahomes has never not played in the AFC Championship, right?
Correct.
So they've had to go on the road before, but I think this team is obviously you believe in them at Arrowhead, but on the road, I don't know about Kansas City this year going on the road. I am really intrigued by the AFC because I don't think it's nearly as good as the NFC. But I look at the Patriots, Colts, and Broncos sitting there with the best records, and I'm like, are those teams really those teams? One of them is going to go to the Super Bowl. So we'll see what Patty can do when they get to the playoffs, inevitably.
I said they weren't going to catch the Broncos, but the Chiefs do. They play in Denver on Sunday. I mean, that's you don't want to call it game of the year for the Chiefs, but like, hey, if you're going to make a move, now's the time. You're coming off of a bye week. You head to Denver against a team that's been pretty anemic offensively. You got to win this game. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites on the road. So Vegas believes that they will get that done. Then you get the Colts at home. Man, that's a tough at Broncos, Colts, at Cowboys, Texans, Chargers. I mean, that's a pretty tough stretch for the Chiefs. They are going to have to earn it.
Sounds like a lot of field goal games there.
My top 5 looks like number 5, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, see, I got the Seahawks down at 4, which maybe I feel bad about now that you got them ranked at number 1.
I like what they're doing.
I do too, but in the back of my head, I keep thinking it's Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold.
Sure.
It's Sam Darnold.
Sure.
Which is why I got Matthew Stafford at number 3. Maybe I'm being too high on the Lions at 2, but I've honed in on the Lions. I still think that's the best offense when it matters. I still think Aiden Hutchinson's the best defender in the NFC. Maybe you could say Micah Parsons, whatever, but I think Aiden Hutchinson's right there. And then number one, I still got the Chiefs, which is dumb. But I still think they're the best team. It's dumb. They're 5-4. But like they're favored on the road in Denver. Like they're still going to be. Again, if I look at the odds, they're still the odds-on favorite, or they're still the favorite to win the Super Bowl at 6-1. So like I don't feel dumb for saying they're the best team. But
how many games can they lose that you'll move them out of number one?
That I'll keep saying, if they lose to Denver this week, I will move them out. But I do not think they're going to lose to Denver.
I can't have a 5-4 team in my top 8.
I hear you. I hear you for sure. I understand that. You don't even have it in your top 8, but like they're the Super Bowl favorites. So like I don't think I'm necessarily wrong in still valuing them the most, but they definitely ain't got the resume for it.
What are the odds after the Chiefs?
The Rams at plus 650, the Eagles at 7-1, the Lions at 8-1, the Bills at 9-1. So if you do truly think the Seahawks are the best team, you can still get them at 11-1, same as the Colts.
They're getting no respect.
No, they're not. And there's a chance. I mean, it's a big weekend. We've been talking about how bad the NFL has been, but we're going to get some big games this upcoming weekend. I told you the Lions and Eagles are playing, the Chiefs and Broncos are playing. Also, the Rams and Seahawks are playing. So, like the good football is coming.
All this weekend, huh?
All this weekend, big games.
That's a good NFL Sunday there.
Big games. You got even got the Bucks and Bills too. I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Seahawks Rams at 3-0. Damn, they're making them play at 4:05. Not even getting them a nice 4:25 spot. That's because the Chiefs and Broncos are playing. Then Sunday Night Football, Lions, Eagles. So
feels like a playoff weekend.
Big time matchups. I imagine our power rankings, our MySpace top 8 will look different next week after some more data. Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Self-domesticating mice suggest some animals tame themselves without human intervention.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
They domesticate themselves. What does that mean?
Mice are able to tame themselves.
They're not like the dumpster rats that make you pay a toll when you go to throw your trash away.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
I mean, because they all like to hang around there with their baseball bats and their leather jackets at night. Hey, you want to throw your trash bag in this dumpster? You're going to have to pay for it, buddy. 50 cents. That's 50 cents for you. Sorry, Mr. Rat. I just wanted to get rid of my garbage. 50 cents, big boy. The rats run this dumpster.
on 1340 WKGN.
Can I ask you why the rats are charging 50 cents?
Well, they need the coins, too. They got to pay for other things. They got to buy booze and hookers.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Drink it responsibly. Let's hit some Hour 2 headlines. What you got, Cody Mack?
Well, thank you, John. Pat Narduzzi doesn't seem to be too concerned about winning the Notre Dame game. He was asked on whether Notre Dame game is a must-win. Pat Narduzzi, of course, the head coach of Pitt. Absolutely not, he says. It is not an ACC game. I'm glad you brought it up, but it's not an ACC game. I'd gladly get beaten 103-10 in that game. They could put up 100 on us as long as we win the next 2 after that.
What do you make of the comments?
Well, it doesn't give me a lot of faith in Pitt beating Notre Dame. I mean, I'm sure they'll still coach to win, but it doesn't seem like Pat's too concerned about it.
I don't think he's actually taking that mindset in the locker room. Do you think that, Sam? Like, to me, this is gamesmanship, and to me, this is him poking Notre Dame in the ACC for allowing them to keep playing the ACC without joining the conference. That's the way I took it when I read it, because Narduzzi's a jerk.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a subtle jab from him. He's just a guy that kind of likes to stir some things up in the media.
That's the way I took it. He's a psycho. I don't think he's in the locker room telling the boys, we don't need this one.
He is a jerk, but I kind of like him.
Oh, I do too. I don't know if I like him. I don't dislike him. I appreciate his jerkness because he's like Signetti. You know, they're probably from near the same area. They're northeastern guys up there just being jerks.
Both Pittsburgh guys, aren't they?
I was going to say, feels like they'd be from the same area. They look alike to me.
Yeah. Steve Sarkisian asked about Lane Kiffin, who recently said that dynasties are over in college football. Sarkisian said, well, he says a lot. That's what he said about Kiffin. He says a lot. The records in college football are so burned into our heads that 11-1 is better than 10-2 and better than 9-3, but it's so different because you're in these different conferences. He then says it can't be these people deciding who gets in the playoffs. We've got to get back to analytics and computers. Baseball and basketball have the RPI where they take into account margin of victory, who you play, where you play, and all of that. So Sarkisian wanting to get away from the playoff committee and get back to computers, he says.
Okay. I mean, I know a lot of people feel the same way, that we should just, like, the BCS wasn't actually broken. The BCS wasn't necessarily the problem. It's just I think people didn't like the BCS because, A, we didn't really understand computers back then, but B, also, like, we just wanted more games, right? We just wanted, like, all of this could have been fixed a long time ago if we just did the +1 model. Was the +1 model just literally taking 3 teams? Do you remember that? They just talked about the +1, +1, +1. Did they just want to take 3 teams? Or was it +1, like, add an extra game? Was it? Do you remember that? Do you remember the phrase +1 model?
I remember that phrase, but I don't remember what it was about.
I feel like the +1, like they always talked about that with Auburn. If we had the +1 model, Auburn could play for the national championship this year whenever it was like the USC Oklahoma game. And I want to say it was like the number 1 team gets a bye and 2 and 3 play each other.
Yeah.
And we see, which in most years that probably would have been enough. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, in most years it would have.
Very rarely do we even have a 4th team that was good enough to win a championship. I think if they just would have done that from the get-go, the BCS would have been fine.
I think, though, in the NIL era, I think the NIL era coming with the expanded playoff is kind of a parallel.
No, 100%. It is. The NIL has made it more NFL, for sure.
Yeah, and I think you have more teams that have a legitimate chance to win a championship. And so, like, there should be more seats at the table for those teams to have an opportunity in the postseason.
On one hand, yes, last year showed that the number 8 team could get hot and win a championship. On the other hand, that was still the most expensive roster. I need to see what happens in year 2 before I say that, because if Ohio State runs to the championship again as the number 1 overall seed, as the most expensive team, do you still feel that way about more people being able to win a championship? Because I think that'd kind of go – that would take a big hit if Ohio State just dominated from the beginning of the year to the end of the year after winning it last year.
Yeah, I don't think it's all about the money. A big part of it is about the money, but I don't think it's just about the money. Like, you still have to play a certain level of competition. You still got to have a good coach and a well-run team and all that kind of stuff. Like, we'll see if Texas Tech, like, if it's just about the money, Texas Tech should be able to win it every year, you know? And I don't think that's going to happen. It's kind of like, you know, at baseball, the Dodgers, I mean, might not be the best example right now because they just won back-to-back, but they very well could have lost that World Series to the Blue Jays.
Sure.
Like, it's not just about the money. So we'll see who wins it this year, but I think there will be a lot of competitive games in the college football playoff.
In college football, it does feel like just about the money, but we'll see. I am interested to see what the playoffs look like this year.
Well, I mean, Texas spent a whole bunch of money, but they don't look all that great.
No.
You know, so.
No. I mean, Arch definitely let them down for sure.
I think there's enough other variables in college football, like when you're talking about college kids.
There are still some upsets, right?
Yeah, there's still the things we love about the sport. I think a lot of those things are still there. I don't think it's just going to be the richest team wins it every year, but we'll see. Brian Kelly went ahead and filed that lawsuit.
Yeah, he's basically saying that LSU is trying to jerk him around, and apparently LSU is claiming that basically the AD didn't have the right to fire him. The AD acted without their approval, so the firing isn't legit. So now they're like, hey, instead of being weird and making you come back, let's go and just settle this. It'd be really funny if LSU was like, you know what? We're not paying you $54 million to go away. This guy didn't have the right to fire you. Just come back to work. Just show back up and let's get back to work, buddy. Brian Kelly's attorney, his attorneys, he's got multiple, say that LSU has taken the position that it has not, quote, formally terminated Brian Kelly. So that's kind of what they're saying. The school, according to the lawsuit, is now seeking to fire Kelly for cause and avoid paying him his $54 million. LSU's representatives had a call with Coach Kelly's representatives where LSU took the position that Kelly had not been formally terminated and informed his representatives for the very first time that they believe they have grounds for termination for cause. Kelly's lawyers are now seeking a declaratory judgment confirming that LSU's termination of Coach Kelly is without cause and that he is entitled to receive the full liquidated damages provided. Well,
we'll see how it shakes out.
I don't know what the cause would be.
There's a lot of stories about him being a jerk, but I don't know if there's anything that if there's anything for cause in there. Like, did he
The
beat
lawsuit,
up any staffers?
Yeah, the lawsuit does not include or specify what behavior would constitute a for-cause dismissal, but it does say that on Monday, that on Monday, Kelly's representatives were told that Woodward did not have the authority to terminate Coach Kelly and or make settlement offers to him. Therefore, he has not been officially fired.
That whole thing down there is such a mess. I mean, it would turn me away from, if I was a coach wanting to go take one of these top jobs and LSU was near the top of my list, I'd be like, too much dysfunction.
Kelly's contract with LSU includes a for-cause termination clause that allows him to be fired due to material or substantial rule violations, being convicted of a felony or any crime involving gambling, drugs, or alcohol, engaging in serious misconduct with
guilty on all counts.
Yeah, so maybe they could just come out and be like, "Hey, how about this DUI we swept under the rug, huh, Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
You're fired."
Did he ever get in trouble for what happened with that Greg Brooks kid? Like the guy that's just wheelchair bound now?
I don't think he got in trouble at all. I think they've actually fought back and defended him, I feel like, and say he's done the right thing, which, I mean, this is the ugly thing is they gave him this big-ass buyout and all this money, and now they're going to try to burn their program down to save it. $53 million is crazy, though. I mean, that's a crazy buyout.
Well, it seems like they acted emotionally after that A&M game. You know, they're like, we got to fire the guy. Let's fire him. We'll figure it out. And where's the money? I mean, what are you going to...
Which maybe this Woodward guy did not have the power to fire him because maybe he had to actually get all of his ducks in a row. Like, maybe firing a coach isn't as simple as sometimes we as fans or media try to make it out to be. Maybe you do actually have to get all these hoops jumped through and these I's crossed and T's dotted before you can do it. But he went ahead and just said, "Hey, you're out of here, man. We'll figure the money out later." And now the figure out the money later is, whoa, we don't want to pay you $54 million to go away. What the hell?
Well, the Rose Bowl has filed a restraining order against UCLA. It's a funny headline. I guess the Iamaleava family's just that toxic, huh? Just don't want them coming in there. The city of Pasadena and the Rose Bowl filed a request for a temporary restraining order in L.A. County Monday, attempting to prevent UCLA from leaving the Rose Bowl. Oh, so they want them there permanently. They're not trying to keep them away.
Yeah, they're basically trying to keep them from going somewhere else, which you would think a restraining order, means get away.
It sounds like the complete opposite of what it is.
Actually, by literal definition, would that not be a restraining order? Like they're literally trying to restrain you from leaving?
Yeah, if you put it that way, I guess.
The other one's the weird one. When I say a restraining order means stay away, like that's a restrict, or I don't even know what would that be. When I think of restraining, I think of holding someone down.
Well, I simply think of like when say someone files a restraining order against a human being.
Sure.
Like that woman that Bubba knows that he kept following around.
Next thing you know, Bubba can't go to her place of work. He can no longer get his hair cut there.
Right.
He has to stay on the other side of the concert festival in Nashville. He has to keep his distance. 500 feet is 500 feet.
Yeah, so I guess they're trying to prevent UCLA from leaving.
That was mean, Bubba, that he did that to
the
you.
Rose Bowl.
Sorry, we use the metric system.
That's why we use the metric system. I don't understand feet. What do you mean? Let me come over there. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't understand feet? I see you taking pictures of them.
Oh, no.
The Rose Bowl says you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's what they're saying to UCLA.
Because UCLA is trying to go play in SoFi. UCLA is trying to get out of there and go play in the new nice stadium, which I don't know. Does that help UCLA at all, Sam? Either way, like, does this matter?
It's closer. I know that.
I mean, it's not going to get filled up wherever they play, so it doesn't matter.
Being indoors would at least.
What's that other stadium out there that they always talk about, Cody?
The Coliseum?
No.
Other than the Rose Bowl and SoFi?
Yeah. It's some old stadium.
Yeah, I mean, the Coliseum, the Rose Bowl, and SoFi is pretty much all I know.
Yeah, those are the only three I've heard of. Now, maybe if you tell me the other one, I'm like, yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about, like, there's other venues, like the Forum and stuff like that, but those aren't football fields, obviously.
There's something out there that they're wanting to, like, renovate or something like that, maybe that could have just become. I'll try and look it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think, yeah, I don't know. Other than basketball, I mean.
Do we know the reason for this? Do we know what the goal is for UCLA? Like, are they trying to, like, get a new stadium? Are they trying to get their own stadium? Are they just trying to freeload into SoFi because it's nicer? Like, what is it a recruiting advantage to get into this brand new state-of-the-art season?
I would imagine, I don't know this, but I would imagine it has something to do with them having to travel so far to play like a home game. Because Pasadena is a pretty good trek away from Westwood.
Okay.
I would imagine maybe that has something to do with it.
This article I'm reading said there was a lawsuit back on October 29th in which Pasadena and the Rose Bowl accused UCLA of trying to breach its lease.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that doesn't really tell me why UCLA is doing it, but the travel thing makes sense. And, like, you know, it's a nicer place. It's a nicer stadium, of course. The motivation for the move is almost entirely financial. UCLA believes the revenue generated from the premium seating and luxury suites at SoFi is worthy of the move.
So
the lease runs through June of 2044, though, and it would cost UCLA $60 to $80 million to break the lease. So they're going to pay $60 to $80 million and hope they make it up on the back end.
So they think they can get more of their rich alumni and some of those luxury seats as opposed to those people going all the way out to Pasadena.
Yeah, and I guess just maybe like hope that celebrities want to go out there for big games. Like, hey, Ohio State's coming to town. Okay, here's LeBron James buying a suite to watch Ohio State. I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
seems like. So this says that UCLA doesn't pay rent at the Rose Bowl, and Pasadena receives a share of ticket and concession revenue. And I think it sounds like they put $200 million to stadium renovations of the Rose Bowl. And so now if UCLA kind of leaves, like that's where the money that was supposed to be used from UCLA revenue. And now it's having to get like dipped into Pasadena's like city fund.
Right. So UCLA is going to kind of leave them with the bill and like leave. And you're like, hey, I just fixed this house for you. What do you mean you're leaving?
Yep.
You got a tenant you're doing all these renovations for. And the tenant's like, actually, I'm leaving. All that rent you thought you were going to get, all that money you thought you were going to make over the next 20 years. Nah, we're good. Call it even.
It seems miserable to it seems like you'd be at such a disadvantage to have to travel 2 hours for every home game you play.
Is it that far?
Yeah. I mean, mileage wise, no, it's not. But
I stayed in Pasadena. That's where I stayed at whenever I went to California. 2 hours doesn't feel right, but also, I mean, you clearly know more about it than I do.
But 2 hours may be an exaggeration.
It was every bit of an hour. I went from the airport to Pasadena, and that was about an hour.
I mean, with traffic.
Yeah.
Now, for a Saturday, maybe it's not so bad.
But game day traffic, I mean, if there is anything going on in the city or whatever.
Yeah, but like you got to go all the way across town to get to Pasadena, and that I mean, it can take every bit of 2 hours.
Sure.
Especially during the week.
Who the hell's going to do that for UCLA football?
It just seems miserable to me to have to go play a home game at the Rose Bowl. You ride the bus over there and you're sitting in traffic.
I didn't realize it was so far away from campus, which I guess I should have thought more about that. But I guess there's a reason their students are never really there.
Yeah, whereas in West LA, you just go right down the 405. You'd be at SoFi. It's only 14 miles closer, but the way that city's laid out, it's significant.
Any other headlines?
Not this hour.
All right, we'll get them next hour. Send us to break. We got some Tennessee football to talk about. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later. Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
We lost Legend Bay. He flipped his commitments. Everyone talked about it coming over the last week or so. Josh Heupel went out to Texas on Friday to try to get him back, to try to soothe over things. To try to be like, hey man, come on, you know we love you. Stay here. Don't listen to them. No, come on. But it wasn't enough as he made it official and decided he was going to go to Ohio State instead of Tennessee.
I'd get out too.
What a loser. Why would you go to Ohio State?
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Why would you go to Ohio State? I don't get it.
Championships? I mean, what?
It's cold.
My favorite thing, my favorite response from our fans after this decommitment has been like, oh, yeah, our wide receiver room is too stacked. We don't have room for him. Ohio State doesn't have the same problem times 10.
We didn't need him anyway.
Well, maybe they play more than three guys, I don't know what Ohio State's rotation looks like, but we ain't got room for him. We ain't got room for him, Sam. But, I mean, is it wrong to say that he would be our fourth rated wide receiver in just this class, right? If you consider Joel Wyatt and is it Moy? Is it Salise Moy? I don't know.
Salise Moy.
I feel like everybody, I don't know how to say his last name. I know it's spelled M-O-A, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
You'd think it'd be Mo, like Samoa.
Yeah.
Moa.
I think it's just Moa.
Okay. Well,
I mean, on paper, he is fourth, I guess. But, I don't know. I feel like when you got Texas and Ohio State and all these elite programs just hot on his heels, he's going to be a little bit better than that.
Sure.
I mean, as long as we keep Tristan Keys and Tyreek King.
Tyreek King. I mean, Tyreek King was Texas was after him too, right?
Yeah, he's the local kid, right?
Yeah, I mean, Texas was after him too. So I wouldn't even count him, but
keep him and Tristan Keys, and then the Moa guy. I mean, I feel pretty good about what we got.
And Moa might be coming here to play defensive back. He was kind of a tweener. I mean, same as Legend Bay. I mean, he plays quarterback.
apparently in high school.
Quarterback?
Yeah. He's just out there running around. Like, he's not playing receiver there, but I think people think he translates to receiver at the next level. But, like, yeah, he's just out there running around showing off speed and quickness and all that.
I don't want him. Who needs that? Who needs a good, quick, agile, highly rated athlete on your team? Who needs that?
Whose name is Legend.
Yeah, I mean, with a name like that, he's bound to fall short, right?
That's one of those names where, like, you have to play professional sports or you're just doomed.
Yeah, Legend. Hey, welcome to AutoZone. I'm Legend.
You have to smoke like 6 packs of cigarettes a day if you're going to go down that route.
Once you hang up the cleats, you gotta go by your middle name. The legend thing goes. You're back to just being Larry at that point.
Yeah. No legend works at AutoZone. I'm sorry. And that's not to say there aren't legends at AutoZone, but not your casual, just everyday checkout man.
You just can't be named legend.
Right.
You can be a legend.
Now, the CEO of AutoZone, he might feel like a legend when he's doing cocaine every morning and scraping hookers off his bed, because that's probably what.
I don't think AutoZone appreciates that.
I assume that's what he's doing, but I don't know that for a fact. I don't know anything about the CEO of AutoZone. I'm just speculating here.
I do think it's fair to say that you want an athlete that Ohio State wants. We all know that. We didn't want to lose this guy like Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel going over, I believe, Kelsey Pope. I mean, obviously the wide receiver coach. Like, both of those guys went to Texas on Friday to try to convince him to stay. So, like, I don't want to downplay this as not a big loss.
What if Ohio State is the AutoZone of college football and we're just Advanced Auto Parts? Kind of feels that way, doesn't it?
Is that better than being O'Reilly, at least?
Yeah, it's better than being O'Reilly.
As long as we're not O'Reilly.
I mean, I feel like we're second best, but like AutoZone that's where you go, right? That's like, if you could pick one, you're going to AutoZone over Advanced Auto Parts.
Well, I mean, we watched that game in December, and we definitely saw who got in the end zone way more. Am I right?
What do you mean by that?
Get in the zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
AutoZone.
We definitely saw who got in the zone more often in December.
Yeah. Yeah, it was them. Yeah.
But again, I don't want to downplay the loss. This is a guy you wanted to keep. This is a guy you put the full court press on. You've had him. It sucks because it's another one of those that I feel like you were early on. They've been on Legend Bay for a long time. There's been a lot of time spent trying to recruit him. And I imagine, get your conspiracy theory hat out, but he's not going to stay ranked at number 371 for long. Like, when Ohio State goes and plucks you and makes you a priority, I imagine he will shoot up the rankings in the next update. Right?
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
But a wide receiver is a position that I do feel like, you got young talent on the roster, at least right now, you have young talent on the roster in the sophomore class and in the freshman class. We haven't really seen it with Radar Jackson and Smith just yet, but we do know that there's some talent there. Those are both highly rated guys. And then, of course, in this upcoming recruiting class, Tristan Keys is a 5-star top 10 player. Hold on to him. That's important. Joel Wyatt. No, that's not Joel. Joel Wyatt's the defensive guy. Celesi Moa, we talked about him. That's the athlete who was a top 50-ish player. I think he was right outside the top 50. And then the local kid, Tyreek King. I haven't seen much about his stats outside of week 1. Is he having a big-time high school year, Bubba? Have you been keeping up with him over on the Friday night call-in show? Has there been a lot of Tyreek King buzz? I mean, I saw week 1 him make some big explosive plays, but I don't keep up with it.
We've kind of dwindled down since Catholic hasn't been exactly.
Catholic's not good this year?
They're not exciting this year, no.
Okay. Is he having any exciting numbers or plays or anything? Because I imagine those have died down too, since I don't see them on the timeline on Friday nights anymore, because everybody was all about it the first couple weeks. But either way,
as I look up Tyreek King on Twitter, Tyreek Key had a G League career high with 29 points.
How about that? Good job, Tyreek Key. Good job by him. When was that?
Well, Potter Sports Group tweeted it 3 hours ago, so I think last night.
This is timely.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a head start on headlines, Cody. Tyreek King sets a new career high in the G League. VFL?
Tyreek
When he's good,
Key?
we claim him.
Yeah, you remember him, right?
He was the light-skinned guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy scored like 29 against Gonzaga in the exhibition game.
Is he number 4?
And then I don't think scored 29 points the rest of the season.
Yeah, I remember that name. He didn't really move the needle for me.
I mean, yeah, he's had another 1,000-yard season, and he's a Mr. Football finalist.
Tyreek King is?
Yes.
Okay, so he's having a good year. Good. That makes me happy.
His last game, he went 5 for 177 and 2 touchdowns.
Like, I don't think it was reasonable to expect to keep all 4 of these wide receivers / athletes. We'll see if you're able to keep these next 3. Like, hopefully you're able to keep these 3. And like I said, maybe Moa ends up not playing wide receiver here. It just kind of gets here, and we'll see where he fits. But it didn't really worry me because you got Staley, you got Matthews, you got Jackson and Smith, and then this gaggle coming up. So it's not necessarily where I want to spend money. I am curious though, like in NIL, like did we give him money to commit? Like have we been paying him over the last bit, or are we out of any resources here that when somebody flips a commitment?
That's a good question because you're obviously not getting that money back. So.
Right, and I remember the stories of Pruitt where they were giving out McDonald's bags to guys committed to Georgia. Like they were giving $100,000 to a guy that had no interest in coming to Tennessee. They just were paying him just to consider us.
Yeah,
and those guys were making a bunch of money and didn't even end up here. So I do wonder, are we paying these guys to then flip their commitment as he cashed in on us? Because I don't want our resources going
to guys we don't get.
To guys we don't get, but also like, we need to prioritize some other guys over Legend Bay.
I imagine every school loses some of those battles.
Yeah.
And like you're just out that money. I assume that's just probably built into the budget as like, it's like shoplifting.
Yeah, but like it's not supposed to be with like the NIL stuff. Like that's supposed to be a little bit more regulated. Since it's all on the up and up, like the benefits are supposed to be over the table now.
Yeah, I seem to have missed out on the regulating part of NIL. Wasn't there some like group that they were supposed to, that everybody's supposed to wait on to get figured out? Like some NIL group?
There's a committee. Is that what we're talking about? Like in the White House?
Yeah, what do they call it? It's got a name, but I can't.
I saw a stat that they've approved it was some
NIL Go or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's just like a joke. Like nobody's actually.
It's been taking so long to get NIL Go stuff approved that like they've just gone back to not even worrying about it because like it's been impossible to even get the regulations to. You know how it is in the government, am I right?
Well, it's shut down, yeah. But the Senate just passed. It's looking like there may be a resolution.
They got sent to the House now. Is that right?
Yeah, it goes to the House, and then
what happens, Bubba? We send it to Capitol Hill. What happens? How's the bill? Do we have to send it to Capitol Hill? Do I have to listen to the Schoolhouse Rock song?
Well, I think the president and the Senate are already on board.
Okay,
it's
so
just up to the House
to approve it.
Oh, I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Guy was in his bag when he made that song. I don't really remember much other than that.
That's all I got.
He's on the bag.
The point was to try to teach kids about civics, but like I don't really remember anything other than just that bill sitting on Capitol Hill. Do you think that's where South Park guys got the idea for Tally?
They do kind of look the same, don't they?
In my head, they do.
Yeah, they do. They are similar looking characters.
Do you think they saw the bill on Capitol Hill and said, let's make a pot smoking towel that gets high?
Just get a little high.
Hey, you want to get high?
Come on, just a little high. Tally. I was never all that big into Tally as much. Tally and then you had the poop character,
Mr. Hanky.
Yeah,
he was around longer. He was one of the OG characters.
I was never that into those characters. I just kind of liked the the core.
What percentage would you give that Sam's watched a full episode of South Park?
100.
How many episodes would you set the over-under at?
I mean, Sam doesn't seem like a big South Park guy, but I feel like he's seen his share of. How many pieces of episodes has he seen?
Full episodes.
Full episodes. I mean, I don't. Maybe just a handful, 3 or 4. Full.
What about Bubba?
I feel like Bubba's seen full seasons.
Okay. What's the answer, fellas?
For Sam, I feel like his is at least over 8.
Okay. Sam?
Sophomore year of college, my roommates that I lived with had South Park on loop on Comedy Central for probably
good
16 out of the 24 hours of the day. So, like, honestly, I hate the show now because I had to watch it so many times, but I have watched quite a few episodes.
Okay.
But, like, not exactly voluntarily.
I wasn't sure if it reached your generation or not.
No, it did.
You look like an intellectual with those glasses.
Yeah. He doesn't look like the type of guy that watches South Park with those glasses.
Fell asleep in my contacts last night, so I'm giving him a little break.
It's kind of a good look. I mean, I think it's I think I would walk around like that all the time if I was you.
Look smarter.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Have you considered glasses, Cody?
Well, I had a pair actually, 'cause I have really poor vision. So I did have a pair of glasses that I wore for a while, but I sat on them. I was going home one Thanksgiving break, like, was that 3 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago.
Jesus, Chrissy, you sat on the dog?
I sat on my glasses, and I knew I did it. I felt so stupid because I sat them in the driver's seat, and I was like, oh, I was just going in the gas station. I was like, oh, got to remember that I'm not going to move those or anything. Got to remember those were there when I get back. I get back, and what do? Immediately I sit down on them. So I broke the frame, and I haven't gotten any since. That was about 4 years ago. So I've just been struggling with my vision ever since then. I could use a pair of glasses though.
I like the low key scruff you got going on, the light beard you got going on.
I don't like it at all. I'm growing back. I'm growing the regular beard
You
back.
go full.
I look too much like Josh Heupel. I don't think that's a good look right now. I nicked my. I trimmed it too low after I nicked it to try to even it out where it looked awful, and then I did this, and I feel like it looks even worse now. So
I don't think it looks bad. Sam, do you think it looks bad?
I think it looks fine.
I think this length beard, I look homeless more. Like I feel like this is like a bum length beard, which I kind of like.
No, when you keep it so, I mean, it's nice and it's nice and manicured. Look. I like it.
I say you grow it out and go for the Jeff Hardy look.
What the hell is that?
Where you just like have like little sections of just like cut,
patch,
okay. Cut, patch, cut, patch.
Yeah, don't do that. It only works for Jeff Hardy because he's got gauges in his ears and is skinny.
Yeah, I don't have a lot in common with Jeff Hardy. I don't have gauges in my ears.
I could do a pretty good swanton bomb on the trampoline growing up.
That's like a good way to break your neck.
I know. I was pretty good at it. So much cooler than a regular flip.
I do miss jumping off ladders.
Done my fair share of drinking, like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Never wrestled a match while loaded, though.
No.
That's pretty much all I got in common with him.
Yeah. I don't know that much about it. I mean, I know he had a brother, Matt.
Cousin, actually.
Oh. Were they not advertised as brothers?
Oh, they might have been. I was talking about in real life, they're cousins.
Oh. I remember Lita. Who could forget? Lita. She was hot. You ever seen her?
Then she cheated on.
Don't think so.
She cheated on Matt
with Edge
in real life. Sam, imagine that your coworker just boom, all of a sudden steals your girl.
Cold world
behind your back, and then you got to work with them.
She was literally living on the edge
and like wrestle with them.
She was wrestling with Edge.
It was a great storyline though because everybody knew it was true. They turned it into gold.
You should look her up, Lita. Circa like 2002.
This is who Bubba would have been after at the music festival. She had that look going for her.
Really hot redhead.
Questionable about that.
And she loved showing off like that she was wearing a thong, so like the straps would come up past her hips.
Oh yeah.
Little 10-year-old boys all around the world are just like, oh yeah, Lita.
Yeah, that's about how old I was, I think, when I first saw her.
Yeah.
So I was right in that.
She was one of your sexual awakenings, I
Yeah,
imagine.
you bet.
Cody's like goth girls ever since.
I was like, whoa, they can have red hair? I've never seen one with red hair. Look at her. That's how I sounded when I was 10. What were we talking about before that?
Legend Bay and recruiting.
No, after
Josh
that.
Heupel being gross is what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Your facial hair.
Yeah, I was saying, I feel like when you see a bum like depicted on TV, this is always the length of beard they have. It's never like I guess sometimes it's like a big, long, scruffy beard.
I don't get homeless when I look at your face at all.
I feel like combined with the
I was just about to say,
beanie,
I think the fact that you're wearing like a beanie inside might do it.
Yeah, I always feel homeless with
That's
this
fair.
look. But I kind of like it. Kind of like this look.
Okay, well, that's all I got for recruiting purposes. Anything you guys want to add? Anything else you want to add about Legend Bay or the receiving room or
Sam's glasses?
Any thoughts on Sam's glasses? Okay, we'll wrap up the recruiting talk. There he goes. Enjoy. Stick with us.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fan Run and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Did you see the conspiracy theory on the internet yesterday?
Which one? I saw a lot of them.
About the Miami Heat.
No, I missed that one.
Did you see what happened last week?
No. With the Miami Heat?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I must have missed it.
Well, have you seen what's been going on in the news with the Miami Heat over the last year or so, basically?
Let's connect these dots. Let's see if we can get you guys
Over
here.
the last year?
Yeah, basically the last year.
I don't know anything about the Miami Heat. Has it got to do with Jimmy Butler?
Sam, you familiar with what's been going on with the Miami Heat over the last year?
Not in the slightest, to be quite honest with you.
Bubba?
I'm really confused.
Bubba, you have any idea about what the Miami Heat have been involved in for the last year?
Arson at Eric Spoelstra's house with his ex-wife.
Is it gambling?
Okay, that's a really weird way to say Spoelstra, but I'll allow it.
What did he say?
Eric Spoelstra, but I'll allow it.
Spoelstra.
I'll allow it. So I think his wife left him. I don't know if she's still around.
Yeah, because then they did the contract after it was finalized.
There was a whole dude's rock moment where they're like, Eric Spoelstra's wife just filed for divorce, and the Miami Heat waited to give him his $100 million contract until after it was finalized. So basically, she couldn't get any of it. Yeah,
That's
so it's
cool.
like Pat Riley was looking out for him.
Good for
the owner
them.
was looking out for him. But no, the gambling. Okay, yeah, so
the mob burned his house down.
That's what the conspiracy is that Terry Rozier is what's brought down this NBA gambling ring.
Uh-huh.
Eric Spoelstra coaches Terry Rozier. So now they're holding the Miami Heat culpable, and now there's a conspiracy out there that the mob came and burned down Eric Spoelstra's house over the weekend because his house burned down.
I'm in.
Oh, really? Okay.
So people are now saying that, his house was, as Bubba said, arsoned. They took it down.
Well, what is the why? Like, why would they burn down Eric Spoelstra's
I guess to send
house?
a message like, hey, an eye for an eye. I guess we can't kill you, Eric Spoelstra, but we can burn your house down. I don't know.
If it was truly the mob, they could kill Eric Spoelstra if they wanted to. They could.
Yeah, but that's too obvious.
And maybe Eric didn't do enough to warrant being killed, but they had to get their lick back.
But what's the lick?
Burning his house down.
Yeah, no, I know. But what did he do? Is what I'm asking.
Expose their gambling ring.
Yeah, in this conspiracy, he would be a part of like whistleblowing on Terry Rozier.
Okay.
Or at least be connected to Terry Rozier.
Okay, I see. Well, that's pretty feasible then, isn't it? I mean, I don't that may not be a theory. That may be what
I feel
happened.
like Eric Spoelstra got off pretty clean in that case.
I think having your house burned down would suck. Like if I came back and somebody had burned down my house,
but he's a millionaire, like it's not as much of a financial burden.
But what if he had family possessions?
But see, that's the thing, though. It's not. Yeah, see, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Did you never watch The Dark Knight? It's not about the money. Did I ever tell you about the time that somebody burned our barn down in retaliation?
No.
Yeah, that happened to us on the farm. A guy burned our barn down.
Some real Hatfields and McCoy stuff, huh?
Did you ever figure out who?
Oh, we knew who it was. It was the next door neighbor. My dad had shot his dog, so he burned our barn down. It kind of like, I'll call it even.
It's a good little rivalry.
Yeah, it's kind of what happened.
You killed my dog, I'm gonna burn down your barn.
Yeah.
Was there a game 3 or
game 3? I think happened in court. I think it just kind of. There was another thing that happened in court where maybe I get a little fuzzy on the details of this one, but the son had like flipped my mom and dad off in town, and my dad threatened them, and they ended up in court. But then basically it came out the judges basically told that boy and that family to stop messing with my dad is essentially what it was. But they had dogs, Bubba. They had some like pit bulls that would chase our cows and like chase our calves to go out there and bite them and stuff. And my dad, asked him, hey, can you keep these dogs chained up? They're after our cows. And basically the guy's like, no.
They're free range pit bulls.
So then my dad was in the field one night while the dog was there, and he shot it and took it and put it on the doorstep.
Was there a way to reinforce the fence to where a dog could not get through?
No, not feasibly, because you can't put like a nice big huge fence up around hundreds of acres of property. You just do the barbed wire because it's cheaper.
Now the extra step that Pops took of taking the dog and putting it on the porch.
That's exactly what the judge said and the lawyer. That's why they ended up in court, and they said you are in your rights to do that, but you should have left the dog in the field. That way there was no doubt.
That's kind of what I'm thinking of.
That way there's no doubt about where the dog was and what it was doing. But you bring the dog back as A, aggressive, but B, then ruins your proof.
It adds an element of intent or whatever
or at least premeditation or
vengeance.
Vengeance, just sending a message.
So
that's why they ended up in court.
So then the guy burns the barn down after.
So then I think it was the very next night they come and, you put hay in a barn, very flammable.
Yeah.
He came and just lit some of our hay on fire, and it took the whole barn down.
So this guy was a next door property owner, landowner?
I wouldn't say. I don't even know. Definitely didn't own any property. Might have owned the house. I don't even think he necessarily owned the house per se. He might have. I don't know. But
did they just not like each other?
No, they didn't like each other.
So it didn't necessarily start with the dogs situation.
It was cold because they didn't move. They stayed there. So, it was weird because, sometimes, I'd be riding the four-wheeler or walking, and, I'd see them on the steps. And, eventually it became at least civil. There's a whole thing happened, where they had kind of a tragedy, and we kind of squashed the beef then.
Took them a casserole.
That's essentially what happened. Yeah, my mom took them food and just hey, they had a kid that got sick, and my mom and that kind of squashed the beef to where it was at least tenable. But yeah, whenever they were younger and wilder, see that was about 2002, 2003 when they became at least cordial. This was 1994, 1995.
The 90s were a different time. You could still shoot dogs in the 90s and burn down barns.
That's exactly what happened. That's my dad shot their dog.
After 9/11, you couldn't do any of that anymore.
And the mob, he came and it felt like, hearing the story, it does feel like a fair get back. Hey, if the guy would have came and shot my dad, that'd have been too far. That's you can't shoot a dog and shoot a human and treat that as equal. But hey, if you'd have shot one of our cows, maybe you call that equal, or burn the barn down. That's at least an inconvenience and a little monetary hit.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what happened in court. I've never gotten that story, but I know leading up to the court, the son flipped us off, and led to a big argument, a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, that is a nice little rivalry there.
What do you think a modern mobster looks like? Because they're not wearing the suits
Italian.
and the fedoras, and they're not, Bugsy the bad guy. CJ.
Oh no, I think they are, Bubba. I think
Really?
they 100% are the same thing. I think you would see them in an episode of The Sopranos wearing khakis and one of those floral collared shirts.
I'm just imagining a frat kid, just I'll teach them to mess with
Wife
my
beater
father.
with a Hawaiian shirt over it, gold chain.
I would say it's pretty similar. I would say it is. They're big on tradition.
A lot of grease in the hair.
Yeah, they're big on tradition. And I mean, I don't know if you read any of the indictment whenever they were coming down on Chauncey Billups and that, but they all have the same type of names. They still did.
Tony.
Here's Fat Tony, Black Rob. Whoa.
Paulie, Vito.
Yeah, they kind of kept all the same stuff. So I'd imagine they look similar too, Bubba.
Vinny.
But yeah, just burned our barn right down.
It's kind of cool to me that the Italian mob still exists because you really didn't hear about it for a long time. But once the 5 families went down, it's not like they just went away, right? They're still in action.
Or you had a power vacuum.
Where
somebody could just step up, and maybe it wasn't the 5 families, but maybe there was a 6th family that had been waiting for their time. Hey, and now they're gone. We're going to step up and we're going to try to do things.
Yeah, maybe so.
Hey, the other 5 families are gone, and I was a low man on that totem pole, but I'm going to start my own family.
It's probably so cool to have a guy for everything.
I got a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy over there. He'll take care of you.
Do you want to be the guy that has guys everywhere, or do you want to be the friend of a guy who has guys everywhere? Because I feel like there's a lot of responsibility if you're the guy that's got a guy for everything, but if you're it's kind of like having a boat. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the guy that has a boat, but you want to be good friends with the guy who has a boat. That way you get to go out there.
Okay, yeah, you kind of said it there at the end, but you got to be trusted enough by the guy who's got the guys.
Yeah, he's got to be one of your good buddies.
It'd be good to be able to call somebody who can just take care of things for you.
Yeah, you don't want to be the one that necessarily has to do it, but hey, I got a guy that knows a guy. My buddy knows a guy. Let me call my buddy right quick. Hey, buddy, I need this and this and this. I need Eric Spolster's house burned down. I got a guy that's good at arson.
I need to get an apartment. I can't rent because my credit score is too bad. You got anybody that can help me out? I know.
If you're not the guy leading directly to the guys, though, you got to jump through a bunch of hoops because I'd imagine it's not just one direct phone call to the guy. You got to go call his little helper, and then he calls another guy.
We call that an underboss.
Yeah.
And then a capo.
You need Eric Spolster's house burned down? I got you. I got you.
Maddie wasn't here last week.
That is true.
And he is from Miami.
Maddie had and he sounds very Italian, as if he would be maybe from New Jersey or New York.
I'm assuming his family is probably some of those who moved down from Jersey to Florida.
Yeah.
Because they do that,
Yeah.
That's a very popular move for the New Jersey folks.
I just really hope that they were betting last night on Andrew Wiggins. Did you ever watch that alley-oop, Sam? Did you find
I did. That was cool.
It's pretty
I
cool,
like
right?
those plays.
You see Donovan Mitchell's three?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Worth looking at?
Yeah.
All right, good. I didn't lead you astray. Oh, man, they're going to make Donovan Mitchell swim with the fishes after hitting that three, but luckily Andrew Wiggins saved him.
That's the kind of NBA story that gets my attention.
Well, it's just a conspiracy for now, but just stay tuned. We might find more out.
We need Pablo Torre on this.
Pablo Torre will
brought it to his desk yet?
Pablo Torre will figure it out. He will find out and let us know. But along those same lines, I did see that baseball and some of these gambling websites are coming together to put a hard cap on those pitching props. You know, where the pitchers are basically going to prison now for 65 years over like $1,200. Apparently, like DraftKings and FanDuel are getting together and they're going to put I think I saw like a $200 limit on those pitching props, and you're not going to be able to parlay them. And basically, they're trying to say, hey, if we have a $200 cap, it's a lot tougher to rig this stuff, and for people to get down money that actually hurts us to where, hey, you want to risk your career and your livelihood for $200? All right, go for it, buddy.
Ruin the fun for the rest of us.
Ruin the fun for the rest of us.
Now we can't play no more.
If you're betting $200 on one pitch,
probably need the hotline.
That, or you can find other ways to still get, like you can find somebody that'll take the action. You got to be connected, or you got enough money to find some type of vice if you're betting more than $200 on whether a pitch is going to be a ball or strike.
The glass breaks. That's Bovada's music.
It all leads back to Bovada and Five Dimes. We'll take any bet for you. We'll take any bet. Little League World Series.
I'll never forget betting on just hammering Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. Back when me and Miles used to just be, we were degenerates there for a little bit.
Hammering Hillary?
Just hammering Hill Dog.
Like as it was going on and her odds kept getting worse, you kept thinking it was going to turn? Or?
Yeah, I kept thinking, like, there's no way Trump's going to be the president. The American public is not going to elect Donald Trump president. There's no way. Because you got to remember the way it felt in 2016.
Oh, yeah, but I remember the night of, though, whenever the odds started shifting, that's when I took it seriously. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, that's when I thought Trump was going to win whenever the odds, but
we were hammering Hill Dog.
You were fading the
look at the value.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. We'll play some Tuesday trivia. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Ay. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's go check our leaderboard. Cody McClure holding strong in the top 6 in the Fan Run 2025 Pick'em.
Yeah, I think I went like 7-3 or 8-2, maybe even 7-3, I think, but can't pick up any damn ground.
You made up 5 points this week on first place. The problem was week before you lost 17 points to the leader.
Yeah, that's
week 10 was rough for you. You scored only 24 of the 55 points.
Yeah, 68 and 42 on the year, but the thing with the confidence picks is it matters where you place them. You know, I think this week I lost out on I went 7-3, but I think I lost like my number 6 and my number 7, or 7 and 8 even maybe. So that's tough.
Sam Hurd still holding down the top spot in the SM Athletics College Football Pick'em confidence pool. It is a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure on Sam Hurd.
We'll see if he can get to the finish line. That pool is brought to you by SM Athletics. If you need any screen print, embroidery, any uniform needs, we handle it all in-house here at SM Athletics. You'll get great products at a fair price. Call us at SM Athletics. Go online at smathletics.com. You can reach out to me and I'll help you as well. SM Athletics, locally owned, locally operated. Ditch the big box store. Trust the people you can walk in and see face to face and hang out with and sit on the couch and watch some ball with.
Play with the puppy.
Oh, we got a new puppy here. Shout out to baby Aggie.
That's good for morale.
Agnes is cute. Agnes is cute. She is running around here, and she is a breath of fresh air.
What better for station morale than to have or any office for that matter, than to have a puppy in the office?
Watching Mabel, just like she had her bone and she was just running around the couch, and Agnes was trying to just chase her and steal the bone out of her mouth for like 5 minutes. And she was never going to get close, but that's just like the cutest puppy stuff in the world.
And how about that? They're full-blooded sisters.
Yeah.
How about that? Years apart, full-blooded sisters. I just love watching the sisters hang out with each other. Mabel and Agnes.
Sounds like a nursing home.
Othello coming soon. Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thanks, John. Let's play a game of which coach said this.
Okay.
I'm fully aware the outside narrative around our team is not good. Around me is probably not good. That's fine. It will not affect the job I'm going to show up and do. I'm going to pour everything I have into this team with a championship expectation. I've actually won a championship, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it here.
Oh, that has to be Dabo, right?
No, that was my first thought, too, though. It does sound like something Dabo would say.
I've won a championship. Who the hell won
I've
a championship?
won a championship,
Dabo?
and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it here, and that might piss people off. So be it. They'll be celebrating when we're hoisting a trophy.
Ryan Day's not mad about anything, right?
Nope. It'll be the belief that I see from our players, the belief I see from our coaches.
No, nobody's hiring Ed Orgeron. Mac Brown's not still coaching, right?
No, I think you got to kind of think outside the box here. Because to be honest with you, I wasn't aware that this guy had won a championship.
Oh, is it just a coordinator?
No, it's not a coordinator. It's a sitting head coach, college football.
All right, just give it to me.
Mike Norvell. I guess maybe he won a championship at a lower level or something.
Is he talking about just winning a conference championship?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he's talking about a conference championship.
But he says
he didn't win no damn championship at Memphis.
He says, I've actually won a championship, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it here, and that might piss people off. So be it.
Played at Louisiana Tech and Central Arkansas. They didn't win no championships. Coached at Pittsburgh, Arizona State, Memphis, and Florida State. What championship is he talking about? The ACC?
Maybe he's talking about a conference championship.
That don't count. I mean, it does, I guess, but does that count? Can you say you won a championship if it's a conference championship? I guess you can.
I mean, it's a championship.
Yeah, I guess you can. He's a championship winning coach, but I feel like we only talk about that with national titles.
Norvell says he's got an elite level of confidence for what's ahead for his program. I know not everybody wants to hear that. I don't care, he says. An impassioned 6-minute rant from Mike Norvell.
Yeah, if you're Florida State, I guess you can either fire him this year or wait and do it next year.
It ain't going to happen. He ain't going to win nothing. It's over.
Well, they can fire him next year, I guess.
I don't care what he says, and that may piss people off. That's what he would say. He ain't going to win nothing. He lost his locker room last year. I knew last year he wasn't never going to win nothing. They should have pulled the plug then, and hell, they ain't done nothing since. They beat Alabama. He got them all fired up for that one. But now they're what, 1-5, 1-6 in conference play? He ain't ever going to win anything.
I was shocked. To see them for a lot of last week be like favored in that game against Clemson, or at least like they were favored on ESPN's FPI, and I think the spread was like Clemson -1. But that was crazy, man. I know that things ain't been good for Clemson, but I didn't think anybody thought that Florida State was going to go on the road at night and beat anybody.
No, I picked Clemson to win that game. I figured somebody's going to win that battle of losers. Well, in college, also in the state of Florida, college football news, DJ Lagway going to start against Ole Miss after he was benched in the last game.
Wait, DJ Lagway's back to starting?
Yep. The Gators are sticking with struggling quarterback DJ Lagway.
What the hell did they bench him for?
Well, I don't know. Interim coach Billy Gonzalez said
being bad at quarterback. Sucks.
Well, no, I just mean what they bench him for if they were going to put him back in. He's not going to be better next week. If he sucked last week, he's going to suck this week too. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Well, Tramel Jones didn't do much better.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they got to the back and was like, you know what, this guy's actually worse.
38-7, they lost to Kentucky. That's wacky. Get their biggest win of the year next week.
You let Mark Stoops hide at night, just at home, just put him out there and let him hang out and play against bad teams, and he'll get you some wins. Beat Auburn and he beat Florida. Those are big wins for Kentucky. I mean, I don't know if that saves the season or whatever, but there's
I don't think it does.
Well, there's a time that beating Florida would have saved the season, right? I mean, they
did you say they beat Auburn too?
Yeah, didn't they beat Auburn 10-3 the week before?
Mm-hmm. I guess I completely missed that game.
Yeah, well, that's it. Mark Stoops gets to hide, and all of a sudden he wins some games.
That's what got Hugh Freeze fired, I guess.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, they're 4-5, and they get to play Tennessee Tech. Which, I mean, so they're technically alive to make a bowl game. Which
just got to beat Louisville
or Vanderbilt.
They haven't been playing like awful in the last 3 to 4 weeks.
No, they haven't been played. You can argue they played awful against us because they couldn't stop us or whatever, but the offense played good.
They probably should have beat Texas.
They took Texas to overtime, and they that Georgia game was 35-14, but they were in the game at halftime. So no, they ain't been playing awful, which I think is enough to keep his job. Now we'll see what happens this week against Tennessee Tech because
they're good.
My boy Todd over at Inward Half, go to inwardhalf.com, showed me that Tennessee Tech, I think, is number 5 in the country at their level.
Mm-hmm. They're undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated and ranked number 5. So that could be a little bit of a challenge for Kentucky, who might be celebrating a Florida beatdown. That could be Mark Stoops' way out if they lose to Tennessee Tech. But yeah, if he rallies and goes to a bowl game, finds a way to beat either Vanderbilt or Louisville, both on the road, which sucks. But yeah, I think that would save the season, no? Especially since the freshman quarterback doesn't look awful. Like Cutter Boley looks okay.
And just the buyout is so stupid that just you might as well keep him around for one more year.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they're going to fire him. I just meant just get the vibes up a little bit. I think you could actually build on something if they find a way to win 2 of these last 3 games.
Well, especially with the competition out there and trying to hire a coach this cycle.
But on the flip side, there is a little pressure because John Summerall went to Kentucky.
He ain't taking that job.
I wouldn't think so, but at least he does have a tie to Kentucky. That they ain't going to be very appealing on the job market ever. But if they were going to be appealing, it might be to the guy who played there.
Yeah, I mean, you do your due diligence and give him a call, but I would be shocked if he
he played there and coached there, so maybe he views that as home.
Maybe.
Now, whether or not that's enough to keep him to make him pick Kentucky over Auburn, but I do still think you at least work the back channels to see hey, would you want this job? Because we'll fire Mark Stoops right now if you want it, but you got to tell me you want it before I fire Stoops. Otherwise, we're just going to keep Stoops.
Well, some big news out of Manhattan, Kansas, as Kansas State has lost their leading tackler on the year. He's out for the season. This guy's name is linebacker Austin Romaine, out for the year. Guess they'll just have to settle for Iceberg. See if he can get the job done since Romaine's out for the year.
All right. On this day in history, 1978.
Does this have to do with the Rolling Stones?
No.
Rock and roll music?
No.
World disasters?
No.
Wars?
No.
Politics?
No.
Presidents?
No.
Sports?
No.
Music?
No.
Movies?
No. You could say loosely movies.
Was somebody born?
No.
Did somebody die?
No. Well, somebody dies every day, B. And is born every day.
Was this an event that took place?
You could say that.
Was it in America?
Yeah.
Did anybody die?
Not in this event. But again, people die every day.
Was it a happy event?
I would say yes, it was happy, but I don't think happy is the right way to phrase it.
Was something invented?
In a way, yes.
Did something debut?
Yes, something debuted.
Was it on television?
Yes.
Was it a TV show?
Yes. Most TV shows are on television.
Was it a comedic TV show? Was it funny?
There was some comedy in it. I don't know if I'd describe it as a comedy, but I would say mostly comedy.
Was it on NBC?
I don't know the channel. No, it was not on. It was. I'll give you the channel. It was CBS.
Was it on CBS?
It was on CBS.
Okay. Was it a daytime programming?
I don't believe so.
Was it an evening programming?
I think so, but I'm not exactly sure what time the show came on.
Some sort of a sitcom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Was it MASH?
No. Getting warmer though.
Was it the Brady Bunch?
No. Getting colder.
No.
Actually, you might be getting warmer. I'll say you're getting warmer with the Brady Bunch.
Was it All in the Family?
Nope. Now you're getting colder.
Was it Leave It to Beaver?
No, cold.
Would it air now on TV Land?
I don't know about. Yeah, I'm sure it's still getting some episodes put on.
Was it the Andy Griffith Show?
No.
Did it have to do with a family?
Yep.
Was it primarily white actors?
Yep.
It wasn't All in the Family or the Brady Bunch?
Nope. What show do you think about when you think of families? White families.
Family Guy?
No, this is
1978. The Manson Family?
No, I don't know what TV show they had.
It was a hit.
This is your friends and family are rolling over in their cars right now, in their bed.
Is that a hint?
No, I mean kind of.
Was it animated?
Your family is from the South. I'm sure a lot of them loved this TV show. No, it wasn't animated. It was 1978. I don't know how much animation they had in 1978. I guess it's like cartoons. This is not a cartoon.
So this was a Southern TV show
about a family.
About a family that my family might have loved. Was it the Beverly Hillbillies?
No.
Was it the Jetsons?
I don't know what the Jetsons have to do with the South. No. This is maybe one of your worst performances.
Hogan's Heroes.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, the Dukes of Hazzard.
The Dukes of Hazzard Have you ever heard of that show, Sam, Bubba? You guys have heard of that, right?
Yeah, but I'm not familiar. But I have heard of it.
They make TV history with the car jump. They jump the General Lee for the first time. They make a dirt ramp, and he jumps over a police car for the first time on TV in 1978.
Making my way, the only way I know how.
Yeah.
Wasn't Johnny Knoxville on the Dukes of Hazzard?
He was in the movie.
What a Gen Z question that was.
Whenever he asked movie, get off your high horse.
Yeah.
You didn't even guess them. You
Jessica
guessed
Simpson and Johnny Knoxville. Well, I knew the old show though.
But yes, they did make a movie, Bubba, in like the 2000s that had Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson in those shorts.
She was in her Daisy Dukes.
Oh yeah,
that's where the term Daisy Dukes come from, Sam. If you ever heard a girl describe like jean shorts as Daisy Dukes, that's what the Dukes of Hazzard gave us.
Oh, give me them jean shorts. Oh yeah,
because the hot cousin in that show would always wear really low or short jean shorts, and her name was Daisy.
They had a
Daisy
rebel.
Duke.
Rebel flag.
Yeah, the General Lee had a rebel flag on the car. I don't know if they like wiped that off on TV Land whenever they air episodes or whatever, but they did a lot of car jumps. But the first one happened right here in 1978.
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll do some Tuesday trivia coming up next. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Track's batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
All right, let's do a little Tuesday trivia. Sam, have you prepared the topics that maybe I should have asked earlier?
Sorry. I'm good. Got a few
listeners' help as well?
Yeah, I got a few mixed in.
Okay, let's do it.
Today's categories for 11/11 Make-A-Wish for Tuesday trivia: fired football coaches, 90s wrestling, celebrity deaths, where did they go to college, and general.
Okay.
Where did who go to college?
They. Okay. Cody, you were victorious last time? Or no, I was victorious last time.
Well,
Is that right? Who won last time?
I won our last head-to-head, but I wasn't here last week, so.
No, I was thinking our head-to-head. You won our last head-to-head? Okay, then you can go first. Okay.
Let's try fired.
Oh, yeah. I scored like 3 points that week.
You try fired football coaches for 3?
Who was fired by the Jets in 2021 after going 9-23 in his tenure as head coach?
Damn, I knew it was going to be the NFL. Why did I pick it? Adam Gase?
Damn.
Correct.
All right. Nice pull. I didn't think he's going to get that. Fire football coaches, 90s wrestling, celebrity deaths. I'll try celebrity deaths for 3.
Celebrity deaths for 3. Before passing away in 2009, who was the television advertisement salesman known for his passionate sales pitches, loud voice, and distinct beard?
Billy Mays.
Correct.
Nice. Let's go. Get your OxyClean.
Oh, man. Let's try Let's try celebrity death for 4.
Oh, wow.
Might be a mistake.
Marilyn Monroe was found dead from an overdose in her Los Angeles home in what year?
Jesus. The exact year. Oh, why, Sam? Why? Oh, plus or minus 5.
He didn't write it down. Bet you wish you'd have counted it that time, huh?
Do what?
Whenever just go ahead. The freaks remember. It's got to be what's written down on the paper.
What year did Marilyn?
I had to hit it off Frankenstein's fat foot. Play it as it lies.
Come on. Miss it. 1966.
1962.
Yeah.
Give me wrestling. Wrestling for 3.
90s wrestling for 3.
Come on.
This tag team won their first WWF Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania 7 by defeating the Hart Foundation.
WrestleMania 7. Okay, the Hart Foundation. Okay. Give me the Road Warriors.
You would be looking for the Nasty Boys.
Okay, that seems tough for a 3-pointer, but I respect it.
Where did they go to college for 3?
Rats.
Now the most decorated female Olympic swimmer of all time with 9 gold medals and 14 total. Where did Katie Ledecky go to school?
God, what a terrible decision by me.
I was hoping you were going to ask me what her name was because I knew the name. Katie Ledecky. That screams Northeast, Midwest. Katie Ledecky. For some reason, I want to say, that's probably wrong. Penn State?
Stanford.
Stanford is correct.
Oh, yeah, way off
at least
on that.
You blocked me. I should have went colleges instead of wrestling. Damn it. Fired football coach.
Where did a damn swimmer go to college for 3?
She's the most decorated female Olympian.
She's a damn swimmer.
Give me, I'll try general for 3.
General for 3, which president appears on the $50 bill?
Oh, come on.
Grant.
Full name.
Full name.
Full name.
Full name.
Why we gotta do full name?
You don't know
if you know the last
the whole
name,
time
you
we've been
know
able to
first.
the whole time we do presidents, you do last names. President.
You
Grant.
really don't know Grant's full name? Are you kidding me?
You know, it's
this is a damn.
You don't deserve to get this one right if you don't get the first name if you know the last.
This is a damn 1-pointer. Why didn't I pick this one?
I mean, okay, first of all, I should get credit for just having Grant. Again, presidents we always do just last names.
It's a 1-pointer.
This is gonna be really
You better be pulling our chain.
Well, there's only one Grant that comes.
This is crazy.
There's only one Grant that comes to mind.
I think you should have to get the middle initial too.
Okay, then is it Ulysses as Grant?
Yes.
I mean, it was Grant, but
okay.
That kind of went exactly how I thought it would, though, because I was hoping it would be so easy to one person and one of the others wouldn't be able to.
Well, it was easy to me that it was Grant, but again, presidents we just say last names. I think that's very commonly accepted. They would have counted that 1,000% on Jeopardy. That you can put who is Grant.
That's a crazy good draw for a 3-pointer.
You got Stanford, bro.
For a swimmer, I don't know that. I mean, who knows that? Everybody's seen a $50 bill. All right, 6-3 going into 4. Let's go. See, all these 2s are going to be easy, so I can't really get back in the game with the. Boy, this is a tough spot to be in, but let's go fired football coaches for 4.
Damn it, that's right.
We're going to swing for the fences here.
I think you're going to get this one.
I ain't playing Ain't playing wussy ball here.
Which NFL team has had the most coaches since 2000? And give me the number +or-2.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, that's a crazy 4-point question.
Let's go.
Okay. Boy, really tough draw here. Okay, can we repeat the question, please? I need to close my eyes.
Which NFL team has had the most head coaches since 2000? And give me the number +or-2.
Let's go. Having to give you the number. I mean,
I think the number's easier than the team. Just off of hearing it, but I haven't really thought it out.
Yeah, sure. This is an impossible question. The Cleveland Browns with 10.
Incorrect. The Raiders
with
15.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking if you guessed
insanity.
like 11 coaches, you have a good chance of being within +or-2, but I was wrong.
That's
tough. That's tough.
That's a 6-pointer.
Let's go fired football coaches for 2.
Oh, who was the coach at LSU this cycle?
It's the Cowboys coach that was fired before Jerry Jones brought in Jimmy Johnson.
Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable.
Actually, I don't know if I know this one. I didn't watch the documentary.
You got some breaking news.
What's the breaking news? Nico Harrison?
Mm-hmm.
Has he officially been fired, or is
Expected
it just
to fire him today.
Mark Stein. Was it Tom Landry?
Obviously.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, 8-3.
That have been embarrassing.
What a terrible draw. Where did they go to college for 4?
Aaron Judge, who owns the AL record for most home runs in a season, played his college baseball where?
Like, you get off your phone? I don't know. You make a text the answer in.
No one knows this. No one that would text me knows the answer to this. Could be anywhere. Can I get a state?
No.
He was thinking about it.
Yeah, he was. He feels bad for you.
He should, with these damn questions he's giving me.
You're acting like a 4-pointer should just be an absolute layup.
Huh? What, this one? No, I mean, it should not be a 6-pointer, though. I don't know, man. Aaron Judge, could be anywhere. Boston College.
It'd be really funny if it was Stanford.
It was a state. Fresno State.
Yeah.
That's tough.
They've all been tough.
Give me, where are we at? We got 1.
It's
2,
over.
3,
Just pick
4.
any
We're
you
in
want.
6th round. Ain't over yet. I'm not letting you lure me into a sense
Fifth
of
round.
No, it's 6th round, ain't it?
Pretty sure it's
2,
the fifth
3,
round.
4. You sure?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, did I miss one somewhere?
I've counted 10, I think. Bubba, you keeping count over there?
Yeah, you've only answered 4 questions, I think.
Oh, I okay.
J2.
I went second.
J3.
Sorry, yeah.
J3 and J3.
Yeah. I went second. So this is the last question of the 5th round. Give me celebrity deaths for 2.
Celebrity deaths for 2. This Australian outdoorsman tragically passed away in 2006.
Steve Irwin.
Tragically, I mean, depends on who you ask. Celebrity deaths for 5.
Cliff Burton of Metallica died in 1986 when their tour bus crashed in which country?
Damn. It's a 5-pointer.
I mean, it does seem attainable, but I don't think I know it. Metallica's, what would you say, his drummer? Their drummer?
Cliff Burton.
Cliff Burton died when the bus crashed in what country?
Lars, their drummer, ain't he?
Yeah.
Has he always been, I guess?
Who was Cliff? Bass player? I don't know anything about Metallica.
I just know they ruined Napster.
Crash.
But as I got older, I'm more on their side.
Country.
I was like, hey, we'll just take all your music and give it away for free.
It's got to be a weird country if it's a 5-pointer, I would assume. But I don't know. Germany?
Do you actually know it, John?
No, I don't know.
Sweden.
Fairly close. Yep, well.
Give me 90s wrestling for 4.
90s wrestling for 4. Who was the first wrestler inducted into the Hall of Fame, which occurred in 1993?
The first wrestler inducted into the Hall of Fame. Okay, this is a good one. I feel... All right, so this is a Vince McMahon thing. So it's going to be a Vince... It would make me think it'd be a Vince McMahon guy. Which... Would he go like super old? Is going to be like, he wouldn't do like superstar like Billy Graham as the first guy in, would he? He wouldn't be him.
The Preacher?
Would it? I'm going to guess Andre the Giant just because I feel like it'd be ceremonious because I feel like he just retired at that time. That's my answer, Andre the Giant.
Correct.
Let's go.
That's a 4-pointer.
Didn't make the category.
Okay, 14-3. One final shot at it, but we're not about kicking field goals in the fourth
Cover
quarter
the spread.
here.
Cover the spread, Cody.
If you get a 5-pointer, I'll give you another question.
Ooh, that's enticing. Obviously, I'm not going to get it. Let's go fired football coaches for 5.
Bad decision.
Oh, I'm sure.
Who was fired in 1998 at Oklahoma before the Bob Stoops era started?
Who did Bob Stoops take over for? Man, I don't know. So it would have been the guy between Barry Switzer and Bob Stoops. So it had to have just been some loser. I don't know. I'll say Barry Switzer, but that's not the answer.
John Blake.
John Blake.
What a loser.
I think they had 9 losing seasons in their program's history before him, and he had 3 during his time.
So do those years line up where he, I don't.
After Switzer?
I'm guessing he took, you probably don't know off the top of your head. I'm guessing he took over when Switzer went to the Cowboys.
I want to say there was one other person in between, but I can't remember from making it yesterday.
There was Howard Schnellenberger coached for 1 year, but then Gary Gibbs was there for 6 years after Switzer.
So he wasn't the only guy.
And then John Blake got 3 years and went 3-8, 4-8, and 5-6. What a loser! Bob Stoops won a championship in his 2nd year. Good for him. All right, let's go with. Let's do 90s wrestling for 5.
90s wrestling for 5.
Who was the Nature Boy?
R&B singer sang at the Rage Party.
Wait. Start over. Cody was talking.
This late R&B singer sang at the Rage Party the night before WrestleMania 15.
The Rage Party? You said late R&B singer. Okay, let's hear here. My answer. All right, WrestleMania 12 was like 97, right? WrestleMania 13 was like 98. You said this is what? WrestleMania 15?
Yes.
Which would have made this around 2000. Would that have been around the time Aaliyah died? Aaliyah is my answer.
Isaac Hayes.
Oh. Damn. I liked my logic.
He was the chef from South Park?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they kind of fired and killed him off because he's a Scientologist, and he got mad that they were making fun of Scientology.
Dang.
So they just killed his character off. Chef was a very big part of the first seasons of South Park.
Chef was a Scientologist?
Yeah. Well, not Chef, but Isaac Hayes.
Oh.
they killed Jeff as a result.
Yeah, just because he didn't want to work with them anymore. He got mad.
He got sucked into the Scientology deal.
Yeah, I think that's how the story goes.
Hmm.
What is the Rage Party? What is it? Is it RAGE? Is that what you're saying? Rage?
Apparently.
I do vaguely remember Isaac Hayes doing something with wrestling. Now that you mentioned it, I was more so just thinking of dead R&B singers. I guess Aaliyah wouldn't have had to die around the time she sang. That was bad logic by me. Okay, good batch of trivia. Thanks for the help. Any audience members you want to shout out that helped?
Shout out Vol and SC.
He did. He was the only person that helped you in that one.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Which ones he do?
90s wrestling, and he helps me with the category for where they went to college.
Okay. I feel like Nasty Boys is a pretty tough 3-pointer, but I'll allow it.
I have no gauge on the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be
to me. I'm just like, yeah.
It might not be tough to older people, but you said it was like 93. That was before my time. And the Nasty Boys, I've heard of them, but that wasn't a big part of my 90s lore or childhood.
What years is your wrestling wheelhouse?
Wheelhouse would probably be like 96 to 99, 96 to 2000 or like
era.
Or just like over the last like 10 years. I'd know most of the answers the last like 10 years. I don't know anything really from the early 2000s. I'm kind of hit or miss there. That'd be Cody's era.
Yeah, I guess. Tough draw there.
We haven't gotten a good game in a while.
No.
I scored 3 points. You scored 3 points.
I get concrete step. He gets concrete step.
Last call on the other side is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Track's batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
I don't know why Grant made me so nervous. I think it's because I got like a cousin named Thomas Grant. And I was just like, kept thinking Thomas. I was like, we don't have any other presidents named Grant, right? That'd have been tough. That'd have been a tough miss. A little bit of NBA news does seem to be imminent, as multiple people are reporting that the Dallas Mavericks are getting ready to fire, which might as well like just say he is fired if multiple people are saying they're going to do it. Nico Harrison, the GM who gave Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. I will say I didn't think the move was as bad as everyone else did, but I'll also say that the move was something that the worst case scenario has kind of bore out from the trade, which was that the trade and the subsequent fallout to where everyone makes fun of Luka for being fat motivates him into getting in shape. He has done that. He is in shape now. He is no longer fat.
Relatable.
He took it seriously. He took his condition seriously. And I think the competitor in him was hurt by being traded, and also I think being made fun of for being fat. I think he finally decided to do something about it. He looks great this year. He's skinny. I imagine that's going to help his calf not fall apart like it had in Dallas all those other years when he was too fat to be playing. And on the flip side, Anthony Davis has missed, I believe, 6 straight games with an injury, which we all knew was a risk with Anthony Davis, right? Anthony Day to Davis is what he has been deemed by Charles Barkley for many years. And yeah, he has missed, I want to say 6 games in a row and hasn't been available. So the fire Nico chance had come back strong in force. He wasn't going to survive, and he didn't survive. He is now going to be fired, which does kind of make me wonder, was he a scapegoat? Did the owners, were they the ones that wanted to trade Luka? Is he now the fall guy? Because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Trading your franchise player, do you let the GM make that decision, or is that like coming from ownership too? I feel like most places you're probably going to have some freedom to make big moves, and they're going to trust you, but I don't think they're going to trust you to like trade away the most popular player in the franchise, right? No one's going to just let somebody make that decision by themselves. That's going to get ran up across a lot of people. Ownership's going to have to sign off on that. I think Nico's always kind of been a scapegoat for that. Now, you could tell me that he should have gotten more for Luka, to which I would say, yeah, that's fair. You at least got to get like Austin Reeves thrown in the deal if I'm trading you Luka Doncic, right? You at least got to give me Austin Reeves. Fire Nico, fire Nico, fire Nico. He's been fired. Any thoughts?
Are the Mavs even like bad though? I feel like Cooper Flagg's doing pretty solid.
He did solid last night. He had a good game last night, and that was the best game of his career. But no, Sam, they've actually kind of botched that, where Jason Kidd's kind of doing with Cooper Flagg what he did with Giannis, which maybe you could say paid dividends in Giannis's career down the line, but it hurt the team in the future, in the immediate future, and got him fired out of Milwaukee. Or did he leave Milwaukee to go to Brooklyn? I can't really remember. I think he left Brooklyn to go to Milwaukee and then got fired. But he's making Cooper Flagg play a lot of point guard, and that's been a disaster. But he has recently pulled the plug on that and said, okay, you could just play forward like you should be. And he played good last night. He had 26 points and 9 rebounds. But no, they're 3-8. Which doesn't sink you in the West altogether, but like they're behind the 8 ball now, and it looks as if they are going to struggle to claw their way back into the playoffs.
So Nico's fired.
Nico's fired.
I got my own version of Nico right here. Nicotine.
Zen. Nicotine.
More like Nico time.
It's nicotine time. Don't let the 3 points in trivia fool you, folks. This guy's as sharp as he's ever been. Never mind.
Sure
he might be dying. He's coughing up a lung.
I didn't know I was going to wake up in the Soviet Union yesterday, but looks like the sun's coming out there, so should be a pretty nice day today. About 45 with the sun shining. I'll take that.
Love that.
That ain't bad. Oh, that Hitler documentary. Still thinking about that.
Are you done with it? Do you have more to go with it?
Nah, I finished it. I'm kind of sad I finished it. I might start consuming some more World War II content.
I was gonna say, there's probably another one out there.
There's a lot.
There are a lot of documentaries about him that you can watch. All right, Bubba, what did we miss today?
So we have a story of a Texas man, Brian Mandel, has been indicted and accused of threatening Louisville head coach Jeff Brom, his family, OC Brian Brom, and the Cardinals quarterback Miller Moss.
You know, usually I would say that's extreme, but
This happened after November 8th and 9th after Louisville lost to California in overtime.
I feel like that's justified, losing as an 18-point favorite at home in overtime when you have an inside track to the playoffs. I feel like that's fair. Do we know if he was just a super Louisville fan or did he have some money attached to it? Is his anger from gambling and or just being a big Louisville fan?
Haven't looked into either of those,
Okay.
but apparently, Mandel faces 6 counts of terroristic threatening and 1 account of attempted theft by extortion of over $10K.
Did you see where the Titans sent the police to fans' house a couple weeks ago?
I couldn't tell if that was real or not.
No, I think it was 100% real. I got an online buddy. I'm sure you see Vincent, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about it. I don't think he'd making that up. He was saying he had talked about made some offhanded mark about shooting yourself or something like that, and they sent the damn police to his house.
Because some guy said the Titans were making him want to shoot himself,
or something like that, or they took it as he was trying to incite violence or threaten violence on like of one of their employees. So they sent the police to his door.
Yeah. Well, sounds like they got their priorities in order as a organization.
Well, your first priority should always be don't die. How am I going to make the Titans better if I'm dead? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
You do have to be alive,
but it just seems like they have bigger things they should be worried about than some guy making online comments, Maybe start thinking about what you're going to do with that draft pick.
Goal number 1, don't die. Goal number 2, let's get as much for the number 1 overall pick as we can get. Let's make sure we have the number 1 pick. Damn, that's exciting, Sam. We're gonna have the number 1 pick.
I hope so.
This is gonna be great.
Some guy asked me who my NFL team was a couple days ago, and I lied and said the Titans because I was wearing a Titans hoodie.
You just didn't want to go through the lore of like, I just got a hoodie, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to go through the whole thing. And so he's like, oh, yeah, I guess you're a Titans fan. I said, yeah, man, big Titans guy. I just lied. And he's like, yeah, it's a tough spot you guys are in. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not great.
Huh?
What did you want to say?
I don't know.
I watched the Cowboys documentary a month ago, and
that's
over now.
Yeah, I mean, that's over with, though. It's not like I'm not into them anymore. I always kind of fall back to like the Rams and the Bears.
Oh, he's going to try to pull out the Rams card. Matthew Stafford's got him playing good. He's a Rams fan again.
I could root for just about anybody this year. The Lions, I could root for the Lions. I could root for even the Colts, not the Patriots, not the Chiefs. I could root for Buffalo, but I don't think they're going to be anywhere near the.
You should be a Ravens fan for the rest of the year.
I like Lamar, but I've seen the Ravens win championships. I got a bad taste in when the Ravens when they ended Peyton Manning's big year back in the Broncos days. That was a tough L that they took to the Ravens.
Apparently, the tweets is someone had said, "Has an interim coach ever be fired?" And the guy tweeted, "Fired. He needs to be tossed off the pedestrian bridge." So then they sent the police to his house.
That's pretty tame.
That's pretty tame.
That's
pretty tame to have the cops come show up.
That's pretty silly.
But he said the Titans sent 2 Metro detectives to his house over harsh tweets.
What do you tell the cops? Like, obviously it's a joke. I
thought this was America is what I would say.
Yeah. I'm not asking them to actually take him out there and throw him off the bridge. I just want to make that clear.
I do not want the interim coach to be murdered.
I feel like you would have had to go into like some pretty violent detail to get the cops called.
You would think so.
Yeah, like be an actual.
That's the one he posted and said that they like that was the reason why is what he's, again, I don't think he's lying about it, but
that's like that time we got a call from the SID when I said Butch Jones should be taken out back in Old Yellard. Remember that?
No, I had forgotten about that, but yeah, I do kind of remember that now.
I said, Butch, they ought to Old Yeller Butch, take him out back and put him down.
I forgot they called us.
Which I meant metaphorically. I didn't mean it literally. But the SID, Butch had his Goonies come after us for that one.
Yeah, that just means to put somebody out of their misery.
Right.
It's
an expression.
Not literally go and shoot a man.
Not advocating for murder.
I'd forgotten. They don't like us over there.
No, they don't.
I still maintain they owe me a thank you.
Especially since we hired that William kid.
For the whole Shiano stuff, they could just say thank you, John. Thanks, man. Thank you, Fan Run, for helping us.
Oh, thank you.
That's what they should be saying.
Thank you for your service.
Whatever. That'll do it for us today. The Tony Vasilio Show coming up next. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.